me in. Right. So, when last we left our party, after the death of Hyarkin, the party had to find a way of getting him revived, and after some debate about what to do with the body, they decided to set off in the direction of the dwarven fortress known as Phalanx. En route, the party encountered the half-orc Hamilton Glomp-Dazaran, who had been sent by Queen Killia to find them as they were late and bring them back safely. Safely being the operative word, given that one of them was already dead. He convinced the party that the Queen may be able to help resurrect Hyarkin and brought them before her, where she informed them that the Archfey, she informed them of an Archfey who may be able to help, called Illatran of the Charred Grove, who lives just south of Dragon's Rest. I can't talk at all. After allowing the party to stay wherever they wanted within the city, all paid for by the crown, and giving Nick's new character Hamilton to the party as help for bringing back Hyarkin. She had a brief conversation with Hamilton, during which she impressed upon him the importance of this new mission, that they wanted the Fate Touched on her side, and that he wasn't in any trouble for Hyarkin's untimely demise, as long as he made sure that he came back this time. So I believe we ended the session with you guys staying the night at the Iron Heart Inn, which is in the Cendrilian Gardens, up here. And I will put on some music in the Discord. Bam. See if that works. There we go. So, just to set the scene for you guys, it will probably be, the equivalent of morning again, no light. You've stayed the night in what is a pretty fancy inn. Well, in fact, an incredibly fancy inn. This is like one of the premier establishments in the city. So it will be the sort of place which is frequented mainly by elven nobility who've come down from the citadel above. And like plush pillows, room service. This is a 5-star hotel essentially, where each of you will have had your own rooms.
Yeah,
and I think there's probably like a little bell by the bed which you can ring, and someone will come and bring you up breakfast just whenever you wake up, since there isn't really an assigned breakfast time. Yes. Yeah. This place is like absurdly fancy. Like it would have been 100 gold a night here. Sort of absurdly fancy.
Yeah.
I demand
paid for by the crown. You wanted to stay at the fanciest place.
Trickle down economics, everyone.
Trickle down economics.
Trickling to the incredibly wealthy business owner.
Exactly. He underpays his employee, and that's just how the system works. Okay?
Yeah, and that doesn't actually put that extra money in.
It doesn't work. Well, there we go.
Right.
You guys are in control of the scene now. You know your objective, and you have a guide named Hamilton who can lead you to anything you are looking for within the city. But it's up to you. Hamilton, you, I expect, will have stayed in your own quarters, which I think we discussed are in the keep, aren't they?
Yep. Sorry, I have a mouthful of pizza.
Sounds like
that's in character as well. Yeah.
So I just woke up and I've just helped myself to a pizza.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those places that you could just wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, pizza now.
Yeah.
Click your fingers.
You could at the Iron Heart Inn, absolutely.
Yeah.
They'd prepare your pizza. They've probably got their own like oven for it.
for Hamilton Glump size.
Yeah. Well, he's not there.
Oh,
He's in the keep.
okay.
So what time of day is it now in game?
I mean, there isn't really a specific time of day, given that there isn't. There isn't day, but this is the equivalent of morning for you. You've just all woke up from long rests. If you want, we can fast forward to Hamilton going and collecting everyone at the inn, or
Yeah, I was going to say the next thing logically is for me to go back and check if they're awake.
Silly question. If it weren't for all the dark, how long would a day be?
It'd be 24 hours,
Okay.
but they're fantasy hours, and fantasy 7 days of the week.
So exactly the same as non-fantasy.
Yeah, I made the specific decision of like a lot of DMs will make a weird fantasy calendar, but like that's not going to improve the game at all for you guys. And it'll just make my life a lot harder with tracking time.
So
Can you
Give
the days of the week a different name or something?
Yeah, it's Fantasy Monday, Fantasy Tuesday.
Oh, that's it.
days are in reverse. It goes Saturday,
Sorry,
Friday,
Sarah,
Thursday.
we're talking over you. What are you saying?
Have Fantasy Christmas. Like
We've
multiple,
already had that.
Fantasy Christmases.
multiple Christmases.
We've had two, and they
already
were
had
both
some.
awful.
They were special.
One Rob chucked a fucking cat into lava.
To lava.
We don't talk about that.
I have powerful now.
Now I'm not talking to Rob again because I've been reminded of that.
I'm sorry.
Too late now at
It
this
was
point.
all. It was all
Um,
fantasy. Also in a dream. So it's
So
like
Logan.
You guys are in fantasy mid-August, by the way.
So Logan,
Yeah.
I think for Yolia before she leaves the room, and probably before she went to sleep the night before, is probably doing a bit of meditation. Just looking into trying to just calm, like get herself into a bit of a balance. Obviously, last few days, weeks, whatever, have been a bit crazy.
Okay.
Obviously, understanding certain things.
Do you want to
now-
make a wisdom check for me?
Okay. And just a unskilled check, yeah.
Yeah, just roll wisdom. See how well you meditate.
17.
Okay, so yeah, you find yourself going into kind of a trance for it, and I think that for the sake of this, you can have rested as though you were an elf trancing, so it only takes half the amount of time. So like, you would feel very refreshed very quickly from resting.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it was like, just trying to get around.
It's just trying to
That's
clear your
fine.
mind after Hyarkin has just died. Virtue has been evidently kidnapped.
And obviously with now the knowing that Seraphine exists as within my gloves as what I assume is a celestial being.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
it's just trying to explore that. within,
If
what
you want,
I-
like, you kind of talk to her during the trance, or just sort of like try to meditate on what you think she is.
Yeah, I'll probably do the latter of that then, just to speed things up a bit. Don't really want to be like shoehorning a solo thing right now, to be honest.
No, honestly, dude, go ahead. It's interesting.
I feel like Logan should have a voice changer for when he's playing a character.
I used to have a voice changer and it broke.
Oh.
Voice mod.
Hey,
Have
Nick
you
has
not
one.
updated it recently? It's working again. Like it's
Oh, is it
completely
working
changed,
again?
Yeah, Nick has one. Remember the time he turned into a robot?
Oh yeah, I just have to change my microphone settings.
No,
what breaks
Alex,
it?
if you want to do something, do it. It's interesting.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't mind.
No, it's fine. It's
It doesn't have to be something you do now anyway. It's
Yeah,
not like
we can come back to it.
it's not like
I've got to
something
think
you're
about
doing.
more about what I want to say and say
Yeah,
to do a story thing.
In the
But,
future, don't worry about doing solo stuff. That's
I
fine.
was gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go
I do.
ahead.
She lives in your gloves. She's not going anywhere.
True. I think one of the things I might do today, if people are like, oh, I want to go to a shop to buy potions and shit, I'll probably send myself, Yoya, off to one of the closest like major temples to try and discuss with someone who has more knowledge on this religion than Yolya does.
Well,
Being she's
I know
not
what-
very religious.
I know
That
what
it
me
wasn't
and the
evident.
boys are going to be doing when we wake up.
Pizza?
What are you and the boys going to be
We'll be
doing?
going to the shop.
Okay.
Not the pub.
Well, what shop are you going to?
Said in character as Hamilton.
Yeah.
From a distance, somehow he overheard it.
Yeah.
Through walls and throughout most of the city.
Pub. After his pizza.
Anyway,
What sort of shops do you want to go to?
We need potions, man.
So you want to head to the magic store?
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
Hamilton.
one
That's
second.
right, Alex.
So I was just going to say, while they do that, knowing there's nothing really I personally care for at the moment. I'm fully stocked on potions and stuff. If they're like, oh, we want to go and stock up on potions, as you say, that's fine. I'm going to go head to the closest temple and do something on my own then.
Okay. In that case, Hamilton will be able to help both of those things just in knowledge. Hamilton, up until recently, most of the magic items within the city, there was a monopoly on them by the Celestial Academy. The Celestial Archive, which is a grand congregation of wizards and a large temple to the goddess of magic, Mithras. However, recently, a new shop opened up almost overnight, probably 2 weeks ago, in the center of the city. You can't really remember its name because you've not been there yet, but you're aware of its existence.
Okay.
But if you're looking for temples and magic, both of those options are available.
I hope he's like an excited schoolgirl who's like, oh, we're going shopping.
I just saw that. Oh.
Gosh, do we have a teenage girl here?
Jeez,
What?
I'm supposed to be a big manly man. I'm not
like,
jumping
technically
around
we
shouting
do
about
in-
going shopping.
Risu. Risu is like in like Arakocra age, like
Yeah.
teenager.
Oh yeah, shit, of course, yeah.
She's probably like the equivalent of about 15 or something now.
Yeah.
So if the rest of the gang already headed off to start going shopping, then
Well, you've got to leave.
Well, I mean, they won't be able to without being told where stuff is, which is where you come in.
okay. I was wondering if
very
they've already
easy
left,
to-
I could go there and be like, "Oh damn, I'm never going to keep track of them, am I?" If they've already gone.
Lead the
Well, I
way.
mean, there's plenty of like people in the hotel that they could have asked for directions from. They'd be very happy to tell you. In fact, they would probably have told you the name of this magic shop. It's a
We're
familiar one.
adventurers.
It's Gareth's Glamorous Goodies.
Gareth.
Wow, is it a chain thing?
Is he expanding?
If this was a sitcom, everyone in the audience would be going, "Woo!"
Yeah,
Every time he walks in the door, like, "Hey guys, it's me."
Like the Fonz.
Yeah.
Hey.
Christ. Sorry.
So yeah, if you want, you guys can have already set off then before Hamilton arrives. And I suppose, like, yeah, you'd be told, oh, Miss Yolya went to probably the Celestial Archive,
Could we have a Bill Collins montage?
and the rest of the party headed to Gareth's Glamorous Goodies.
Okay. And I say to the receptionist, "Oh, that's what that place is called." I forgot what
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, "Actually, whereabouts is it again?"
It's sort of in the like central area of the Phalanx Center,
Right,
which is like
thank
the
you.
main city area.
I'll head off right away, and then I'm just mumbling under my breath, like, "Damn, I'm never going to be able to keep track of these
Yeah.
guys, am I?"
So, I mean, you guys can travel together for most of the way, given that it's sort of in the same direction, but eventually, yeah, you'll part ways, and Yolya would head towards the Celestial Archive, which, by the way, you can see from anywhere in the city. It's almost as big as the keep. It's this enormous dome structure. Very sort of like Roman architecture, sort of temple palace thing.
Is there Homer Simpson inside screaming, "Dome"?
That's a great reference. I missed that movie. Right. We will go with the party heading to Gareth's Glamorous Goodies, though. You guys, as you approach the store, you'll see it's a completely different building. It's a completely different storefront with the exact same pink neon sign outside of it. And as you open the door and the little bell rings above you, you see the exact same staff and the exact same store as you step in and look out the window and see the streets of Bulwark behind you.
What?
And yeah, there's like a couple of the like staff on hand will be like, "Oh, new customers, not new customers, actually, you're repeat customers. We haven't seen you in some time. Welcome back." Are you struggling with backgrounds there?
Shush. No.
I can move that to the back if you,
Yeah.
just put it back where it was. Advance. No, to back. To back.
Attempt was made anyway, Rob. Don't
Sorry.
worry about
What
it.
was he trying to do? I just see a purple line on the screen.
You'll soon
There's
see.
text behind it. I didn't want to take away from the.
Rob, can you? There we go. I was going to say click off it.
Can I'll ask Gareth. I'll say, "What are you doing here, magic man?"
Funny words.
I like your funny words, magic man.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. So he'll say, "Doing where? I'm exactly where I've always been, my friend. But it seems you're somewhere quite different, aren't you?" "Yes, we have had some recent expansion into other locations, and if you have a look at that, it's my most recent development." And he points back towards the door, where there's a little dial just above the door, which is currently pointed to the word in Gnomish, for anyone who can read it, Phalanx. And the dial spins, and it spins to Bulwark, and the door opens as someone from Bulwark comes in.
Oh wait, so can we teleport between cities then, just by going through this magical door?
This door can, yes.
Could be
It's only got 2 locations on it currently.
Right, but they've got quick travel, like Borderlands.
Well, this door functions as some very advanced teleportation magic, and if you ask, Gareth would be very happily to explain in incredibly tedious detail exactly how the spell works.
Do it, Logan.
I'm interested, but I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah, this is the magic episode.
This is a teleportation episode.
Well, you see, Gareth is known for recreating ancient spells. You previously saw him recreate the apparatus of Kowalsh, this scorpion tank thing that is like a morphing barrel. This is a variant of the gate spell, which is ordinarily an incredibly high-level spell, which has been modified in such a way that it links various points within space to a demiplane. And in fact, the actual premises behind any of these doors are completely vacant. They're just abandoned buildings. So if you were to try and enter through any entrance other than that door, you would not end up in the shop.
Oh, okay. So he has bought the space, technically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But the shop itself.
Sorry, I just want to make sure he's paying his rent, you know.
Yes.
To the local
You
monarch.
tried to exit through a window. I
Okay,
assume it has
that's
a window,
interesting.
Yeah, there's a window. It looks out into Bulwark at the moment.
If you were to
Wait.
walk into the building that has a window, you say you can only get into the shop by the door. What happens if you go through a window? Is it just an empty shop of
If
what
you
was
were
there before?
to come in from outside, go through the window, you would end up in an empty building,
You could be a
which
squatter.
does not match the shop at all.
Wait,
Okay,
so that
okay.
asshole made us walk through instead of just being like, "Oh, where are you off to next?" "Oh yeah, sure, just go through there."
You never asked. Smile.
Smile. Fuck's sake.
Right, guys, we just need to ask whether we can set up and we can just fucking break the game.
In every single building, can we teleport through the next location?
What's that?
One day it'll work.
What's the destination we're trying to get to? The other side of the Dragon Nexus. Do you
Ask him
have
if
a
he's planning
talent?
to set
There
up
will
shop.
be. In fact, no, there is a portal to Nexus. It's not anywhere you guys are going to be anytime soon.
But we could
Bastards.
find it.
Yeah, you could.
Quick, someone steal Logan's notes.
There is a portal to that place in this city.
Scour the city.
If you want it. Well, I think Hyarkin might know about something like that if he rolled for it, but I don't think any of you guys would have a chance of rolling for it. Like, I wouldn't let you roll to have that knowledge. That's metagame knowledge. But yeah, you have unlocked fast travel back to Bulwark if you wanted to.
His spirit tried to roll something.
That's true. Your ghost
it didn't
is there. Your ghost is there, so you could roll an Arcana check. If
Something
you want,
about looking the
or
cheese.
Hyarkin's spirit to know about it.
Okay. So this is just for me, and no one else will know then.
With a 19, you have previously heard about the demiplane of Sigil, otherwise known as the City of Doors. It's where the imp was from, and it's famous for two reasons. One is the fact that it is a city of an enormous amount of portals. It's said that there is a portal to every city in the world located within Sigil. And the other thing is that it is famously neutral ground for all gods and demons.
I have a demon with me.
No one else heard that.
No one knows that, just
No
the
one knows
spirit of Hyarkin. But yeah, technically, somewhere within even any city is a portal to Sigil, supposedly.
That's sick.
Anyway,
We're going to spend like the next 10 rounds now looking for this portal, rather than trying to get there.
More importantly, though, you guys came here for a reason.
Potions.
That reason was potions. Are you after just healing potions, or are you after like any other sorts of? Could Gareth try and upsell you any other sorts of potions?
I've got a
Upsell,
question.
go for it.
Okay. You would have in stock at the moment. I'm going to roll a dice. Okay. Roll another dice. Cool. He would have in stock at the moment a single potion of immortality and a single potion of invisibility.
So
Potion of immortality would run you 5,000 gold.
is the potion of invisibility similar to Matt's character's spell?
It would be weaker. It would be a potion of normal invisibility as opposed to greater invisibility.
Oh, right.
But you drink it and it casts the spell invisibility on you.
I remember the base level one being pretty strong as well.
It is very strong.
Yeah.
It's just a case of the invisibility wears off whenever you like make an attack or take an action.
So it could really easily be wasted on like just stealthing.
Fucking about, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like when you do something, you give away your position, but it lets you sneak and get into position or sneak past stuff very easily. Whereas greater invisibility full on just turns you invisible, and unless someone dispels it or you lose concentration on it, you remain invisible.
What about a very, very loud stick and you step on it?
Well, I mean, that'd give away your position. You'd still be invisible.
You do get advantage though, don't you?
Yes, advantage on stealth checks because you're invisible.
So it'd have to be a big fuck off stick for you to really fuck it up.
A tree trunk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
My goodness, how did you break it?
The potion of invisibility would be 250 gold.
I don't even. Wait, do I? Oh, I do. Yeah.
In the meantime, as well, Greater healing potions are 50 gold apiece, and healing potions are 25 gold apiece. He currently has a stock of 4 healing potions and 2 greater healing potions because you guys have been clearing him out lately.
We paid for this goddamn place, so he better make more.
I've got a question about his healing potions. Right, so I've got some regular healing potions. Can he upgrade them for a much smaller fee?
He cannot now. They're made from different ingredients.
Oh shit, okay. Will he do a trade though? A reasonable trade.
You have the helmet still. You have the parts of the robot.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the guy who you sold that stuff to previously. He would buy potions off you for significantly less than he would sell them to you, but...
I mean, I could persuade him.
There's a limit to how cheap he can give you stuff. Like, out of character, I already make potions massively cheaper than they should be.
Right.
I'm not going to make them much cheaper than this.
Fair enough.
So, like, he's still got to turn a profit. But we play in a pretty high magic setting, so there's magic shops where you can buy magic items and potions.
So my 150 gold pieces worth of gems, I thought it was diamonds, but I wrote down gems. Will I be able to give him that in return for, or some of that in return for?
Yep,
potions?
Absolutely. You can barter with those.
Cool.
For large gold quantities, it is very common to, instead of carrying around sacks of gold, trade in like trade bars or gems or such things, because not everyone has a bag of holding where they can carry 10,000 gold.
Oh, I've realised I got diamond powder as well.
You do also have 100 gold pieces worth of diamond powder.
Yeah. The gems were from the mine, I realise. Yeah. I reckon I'm going to sell him, because the gems I can't really do much other than just convert them to golds, can't I?
So the gems just are worth 150 gold. You could spend them anywhere.
Okay.
He wouldn't buy them off you because they're not magical and he's not interested in them, but he would accept them as trade for something, as currency.
Right. What spells is the the diamond dust useful in?
It's useful in a couple of things. One of them is, I believe, Revivify uses diamond dust. It's a lot of divine spells, but it's one of those things which the reason it was there is because it was a spell component for something they were using. I don't know if you have any spells about it. You'd have to look at the material components of your spells.
Oh, okay.
Which it will say in your spell list if it has any material components.
Let me have a look at my spells book.
I'm pretty sure Revivify is one.
Does any of us actually? Do any of you people actually use materials when
everyone does? Everyone does. So, the way material components works is it's mostly just like flavor text thing. However, for some powerful spells, there is a specific material component with a specific gold piece value. For that, I won't hand wave it. For example, the Identify spell requires a pearl worth 100 gold pieces or something like that. So you would have to get a pearl in order to cast Identify. Pretty sure Revivify uses... Yeah, Revivify uses diamonds worth 300 gold pieces. So, like, diamonds and diamond dust are a spell component in several different things.
Right. Is this not something we can use to revive Hierarchin? Is that
We're already taking him somewhere, but will it lower the cost?
There are things you can sacrifice in order to attempt to help lower the cost. We'll cover those when you get to them.
Right.
but potentially. Revivify is something that has to be cast within minutes of death. I think within 1 minute of death.
Right.
I think that's the only time that I would do reviving in a rules as written format. Otherwise, it'll be for a ritual like this.
Does he have any magic items by any chance?
He certainly does. But he needs to open up his Google Doc. No, wait, I wrote it down in paper. So he's got shelves and shelves of different magic items. Is there anything specific you were looking for, or are you just going to browse and see what you find?
Yeah, browse and see what I find, because I'm sure you've tailored it to us somehow. Right?
Okay. Sort of. Smile.
Smile.
You don't know that.
Okay. So what sort of, I mean, like, they'll have price tags attached, or at least rarities attached. So, like, what sort of price are you looking at? Hundreds of gold? Thousands of gold? 50 gold?
Stick to hundreds.
Okay. So, yeah, that's fine. So, there can be, why don't you roll a d20 for me? And see what you find browsing. And that one.
Wow.
Okay. Cool.
Hold on.
Can I try lucky?
You can if you want. Yeah. That's fine. You can re-roll it. Nat 20! That changes things.
Well,
You go from finding nothing at all to everything.
literally everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
See
you
Fucking
would find a
Odin's
few
eye,
things
Jesus
there.
Christ.
You would find a deck of cards. You would find a pair of braces.
Lisa needs braces?
No, braces is in, like,
Braces.
for your wrists.
Is this turning into the Simpsons episode?
Yeah.
Dental plan.
Lisa needs braces.
Yeah. And you would find a javelin. The deck of cards, Gareth would explain to you, is a deck of illusions. Costs 250 gold pieces, and each of the cards contains a different illusion, which will spring up where the card is placed and will follow your commands. It includes things such as monsters, a copy of yourself, armored knight, things like that. The javelin is a javelin of lightning. That would run you 150 gold pieces, and it, when thrown once per day, will turn into a lightning bolt and strike, like carve a line of lightning. The braces are braces of archery, which will help you to aim while firing a ranged weapon.
I'm offended.
That would be super good.
I don't think I've missed, have I?
Well, you're very good at archery, but you can always.
Remember when
be
you shot a
better.
fire arrow into water?
It's true, but
Nobody was sure if it would work. Like, is it magic fire?
so for contact, braces of archery give you a +2 bonus to damage rolls on ranged
Okay.
attacks.
Well, that'd be handy for me. I'll go with that then.
Okay, that is 250 gold.
Is that something she has to be attuned to as well?
Yes, it does require attunement.
How many
Do you
items
have any
attuned
attunement
to?
slots still open, or have you used them
Nope,
all
you
at
would
the
have to
moment?
unattune from something, I'm pretty sure.
How long does it take to reattune again?
It takes an hour.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, so Sarah, you should have the things in your inventory. I'm pretty sure you marked whatever as attuned.
Attuned flame string bow.
Yep. So you've got the Mask of the Robin, the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and the Flamestream Bow currently attuned.
Okay. So what would happen if I unattune from the Mask of the Robin? I don't need to wear it all the time.
Yeah. Then you would no longer look smaller, and you would lose the +5 bonus to deception and persuasion.
Yeah, I'm not very deceptive.
Was it a potion you drank, or is it something that you have which gives you all your strength?
No,
The
those are
gauntlets
my-
of ogre power. Yeah, she's attuned to those.
Yeah.
I would argue how much do you use strength, but
It's
that's up
whenever
to
I
you.
need it, really.
I mean,
Without those gauntlets, I believe she has a strength of 3.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm pretty bad.
I was gonna say like.
Or was it 3? What was it? Do you have it written
was-
down as a note somewhere? It
but
might
was...
be. Do you mind if I take control of the character sheet for a second?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Logan, are we resetting our health and?
Yeah, you've had a long
status?
rest.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
Just. Ooh, I don't know what your strength was now.
I'm sure
we would say we'd say it's free for now, and I would check between sessions because we've still got the VODs that I can check from. But yeah, it's 250 gold, and you would have to attune to it, which is up to you.
That's fine. I'll do that. So
Okay.
I'll get my money.
Do you have 250 gold? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is 1 platinum piece.
10 gold. So
Okay.
25 platinum would be 250.
Yeah, let's do that then.
And I believe these are platinum pieces that you got from the King of Bulwark, aren't they? So yeah, Gareth would note that and be like, "Ooh, local currency.
No
It's
exchange
very
rate.
lucrative here." I mean, a platinum piece is worth a platinum piece because it's made out of platinum. It carries its value anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you add Brace of Archery, and I will make a magic item for it. And out.
And it's like +2 to damage.
+2 to damage rolls on ranged weapon attacks. Which I'll tell you how to put that in so it automatically does the maths for you on that.
Is that in magic bonus or not?
I will show you. No, don't put it in weapons, just put it in your inventory.
I've done that.
Research you. There we go. Save challenges. Show to players. There we go. That should have shown up to you.
Wonderful.
So, on your core stats page, below the actual core stats, there's like a whole bunch of boxes. One of them says
yeah.
ranged attack rolls +2, change damage rolls to +2 as well.
Okay.
So now it will automatically, for any ranged attack, add +2 to the damage for you.
Okay, got it.
And you are on tuning from the Mask of the Robin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, go to your skills tab. And for deception, there's a bonus of 5 there, change that to 0. And for persuasion, there's a bonus of 5 there, change that to a 0.
Oh.
As Risu no longer looks like she's about 8. She now looks significantly older than the last time you saw her without the
Puberty.
yeah, I mean, like, Aarakocra go from like looking about 12 when they're 2 to being adults when they're 3. So you're probably about 15 now, and you may want to think about getting some slightly larger clothes, as I imagine you're probably way too tall for your current outfit.
Oh. Oops.
I mean, like, you can buy that for like 2 silver. It's not exactly expensive to buy non-magical clothing. And
Yeah.
there's a dozen places you could buy it.
I'll go do that then.
Okay.
Could art
Reese has to go.
buy magical clothing that can change how it looks?
Yes. You can, in fact, commission that from Gareth if you wanted. Gareth will ask you, It depends how strong you want the illusion to be. Whether you want it to be something which actually shifts its form, whether you want it to just be an illusion, whether you want it to just be something that changes like its colors and patterns, or whether you want it to be something that completely changes your outfit.
And is this something I'd have to be attuned to?
It depends on how powerful you need it to be.
Right. Okay.
If it was an at-will thing and it changed form and appearance completely, I would say... In fact, no, I'd say it doesn't have to be attuned at all. I would just have it be more expensive if you wanted it to be better.
Okay.
So, what is it you want from this?
I was just curious.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking ahead, that's all.
But yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. Anyone else need to buy things? I might get...
Go on.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to get another... How much is the Great Healing Potion again? I should really make a note.
Great Healing Potion is... Okay, according to this, it's 100. I'm going to say it's 75.
Okay.
I had it written down as 100, and I think I said 50 earlier. But it's 25 gold for healing and 75 gold for greater healing.
How many does he have again?
He has 2 greaters and 4 standard.
Can I barter with him? Because I like bartering.
You can try. How would you like to barter? What would you like to say to him?
Okay, so...
Fine.
As you're well aware, we've become very acquainted over these last few months, and I've given you, well, my whole team here has given you, including this guy, an point at what's Mario's character called? I keep thinking it's not Gregory. It's not Gregory.
Chaddington.
Erland Chaddington, including this guy. He's given you a bit of business as well. We feel like we're doing you a great service by being very honourable patrons to you.
Erland currently halfway through his first bottle of wine of the day.
Yeah. Throwing up in the corner.
Hasn't eaten breakfast yet.
No, shave my hair.
You gotta shave your beard. Right.
Do that. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Essentially, you're saying you want like
just gonna grab a
customer
drink
loyalty discount, is what you're saying. That's fair. You have spent a lot of gold at this guy's place, so I'll allow you to make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. Persuasion. 29.
29. Jeez. Oh, you probably have expertise in it, don't you? Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Sure. He'll knock it down to literally selling it to you at cost. 19 gold.
Yes. Can I buy both?
For a standard healing potion.
Oh right. I thought.
it was
And
great.
50 gold for a greater.
Okay. 50 gold. Will that cost apply to the other guys if they?
Nope.
Okay. I will buy.
But they can give the money to you, and you can.
Yeah,
buy it
exactly.
for
I'll buy both of them for 100 gold.
Okay. Yep. Mark off 100 gold, and mark 2 potions of greater healing.
Okie dokie. Because I'm a champ for everyone except for Erlang, because I don't like Erlang. Oh, it doesn't like Erlang. Still, I will also.
Due to you.
He's just new. I don't like him.
Okay.
Newer people in our party now.
I know this other guy that Nick's taken on. I'm not so sure about him either. That's why I stole his cards.
You have robbed him twice now.
I have robbed him twice.
Hey, I forgot about that. I'm going to try and get him back later.
Yeah.
2
All right.
greater healing potions. Cool.
Wait, while he's at the counter, can I walk in and notice the cards in his back pocket?
Make a perception check.
Can I? Do I need
Hold
to
on, I
counter
need
roll
to
that?
open the right tab again.
I mean, he'll have to roll very high because I'm assuming the cards aren't just sticking out of your back pocket.
21. Oh wait, that says Hierarchin. Oh,
No,
even
that's
though I'm on
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
That is Hamilton. You're
Oh,
right.
it's showing as
It's fine.
Hierarchin
It's
to
just
me.
because your name in Thingy is Hierarchin.
It's still Hierarchin. Okay.
There's a little drop-down menu like right below the text thing, and you can choose there. If you want to like stop that from
Oh yeah.
Wait, where's that?
literally there's in the chat menu thing where all the rolls are made.
Yeah.
There's a little chat box, and then
Oh,
underneath that
right.
it says as, and you can choose which ones.
Well, I'm not going to roll again because that was a good roll, but let's see if that changed. Yeah, there we go.
Middle name.
Damn it, Logan.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. I'll let Art make a sleight of hand check to contest it. Screw it.
Okay.
Are you stealing?
22.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah, you don't notice them, man.
just about. So if it was 21, then he would have seen it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got away from me this time. I'm going to keep trying it throughout the day.
I was gonna say he's got you every other time. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Can I
so,
tell that he? No, I guess not.
Well, I know I'm missing the cards, and
Oh,
I
do you?
presume it's one of you.
if anyone, it's going to be Art. Like,
I'm going to search him again on the way out.
okay. First of all, the 2 greater healing potions have already been bought. What are we doing about the normal ones? You going to buy them as well?
For 19 each.
Yep. There's 4 in total.
I'll buy them at 20 each because I'm nice. I can't just swindle this guy so much because I've already bought the 2 greater healing potions at cost. So he's gonna gain. He's gonna gain 4 gold from.
Okay. From this whole sale.
You know what? 8 gold.
All
I'll
of
be
his
nice.
potions cleared out.
What does he say to that? Please. Okay.
So, oh boy, thanks. You're so generous. Looks at the 100 of gold that he's just essentially given you.
Fine. Wow. You know, I'm being nice to you here. I'm being a very valuable. You know, 15 gold. Fine, you can have 15 gold on top on top of what I'm paying.
Okay.
So 19 times 4 plus another 15. So he gets you'll get 91 off me.
Okay.
92 because I got 92 gold in my inventory. There you go.
I mean, he still made a profit off you guys today. Like, Sarah bought a magic item.
I'm still. I still wouldn't mind buying stuff. That's
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to roll a d20 as well to see if you just browse for anything, or are you going to ask for anything in particular?
Is there armor here?
There is armor here.
Right. Roll a perception check then.
Rather than rolling a perception check, you can, since you're asking specifically for a certain thing, Gareth could ask you a little bit about it. Do you want armor that is just a flat increase to being more effective, or would you like armor that gives specific abilities or resistances to things?
At the moment, I'm looking at pure AC. But
Okay.
if he's got anything which
That
would
be
interest me.
cheaper. What sort of armor do you wear at the moment? Is it medium or light?
I currently just wear a breastplate, which I believe is medium.
Yes, it's I think the best medium armor you can get.
Oh. Bum bum bum.
Well, without it being magical, however.
Oh, okay.
Or without it being like special mithril armor or something. So, he will say, like, since breastplate is just a standard armor piece, he will probably have like 1 or 2 pieces in stock of +1, which would just be an extra 1 AC on top of the normal AC it grants you. It wouldn't be cheap. It'd be 300 gold.
I have exactly that.
Okay.
But I would like to note, there is a lot of money that we have, which is currently in someone else's pocket. I'm going to point towards the fucking cat mommy, wherever she is.
I'm not with you.
Well, God, fuck. So I've got about 303 gold, though.
Okay, you'll be down to 3 gold if you buy this. But yeah, you can determine like how it looks as well.
Okay.
So
Okay. Before I do that, can I just make a perception check just to see if there's anything which would be of particular interest for me?
Yeah, sure. Just not a perception check. Just roll a d20, straight d20. See how lucky you are browsing. 12. Okay.
Lucky.
Sure. Spend a luck point.
Lucky.
It's worse, and you have to take
Yeah.
the new roll.
Take the new roll, yeah.
Okay. You find a jug. It is worth 50 gold pieces, and
Is it a cool jug?
It's like a clay pot. However,
It's made of
Gareth will
paper.
look very excited when you look at it. He says, "Oh, that's one of my favorite pieces. Yes, watch, mayonnaise." And he dips a spoon into the jug, and it comes out with mayonnaise. He says, "There's all sorts of things it can do. Look, wine." And he dips a spoon in. It's a spoonful of wine. It's an
This way.
alchemy jug.
Huh. That's pretty neat.
There's only a few different things it can be. It can be like
Excuse me.
excuse, yes.
Excuse.
Yes, you're excused.
Can I? Where'd you get that? How much it cost?
It's okay. Okay, stop taking me, please. It's 50 gold. I made it myself.
It's man. Be gone with you, weird magic man. Give me your jug.
Trying to screenshot
50
Matt's
gold.
card number.
I've thrown 50
Okay,
gold
yeah.
over.
Okay, I'll make the item for you. The alchemy jug.
You didn't want to pay for it on fantasy credit card.
You can buy it on store credit.
Store credit.
Jug.
I mean, I'm sure he would be willing to,
He probably
buy
would.
now, pay later, since we've bought so
You
much
guys
from
gonna
have
him.
been
say-
loyal customers thus far. He could be convinced.
Is that with interest?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it would be with interest. Logan is just creating the magic item currently. But yeah, there's a few different things it can make. Specifically, one of them is wine, though.
What else can it make then, seeing as I'm buying this? So I might as well get a full picture of what it
I'll-
can.
You'll find out in this.
Okay. My mayonnaise is a good one, so.
Is Hayarkin still able to drink as much alcohol as
No,
he-
that was only for like a week.
Oh,
And
was-
Hyakin's dead.
I'm
Yeah,
dead.
also
I
you
can
can't
drink
drink
as
it.
much as I want.
Assuming he returns.
Hayarkin is stood there with a spectral bottle of wine.
It just goes straight through me.
That should show up to you now. But acid,
Awesome.
basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, water fresh, water salt, or wine.
Can I?
And-
That's. Can I use? Vinegar's
you-
used for like treating wounds, isn't it? Like in the olden times.
I don't
Like, you
know,
use
is it?
vinegar to like disinfect wounds, right? Because of the acid.
Possibly, yeah. Sure. If that's how it works, then
Okay.
I'll believe you.
Well, that's
I would
vinegar.
allow you to use that for medicine checks.
Anyway, do I see anything else in there of interest?
Not with the number that you rolled.
Not with the number I rolled. Okay.
Spirit
With my
drop.
last.
I was waiting for someone to notice.
Um,
Apparently
Uh,
not.
About the armor, I'm guessing there's nothing I can buy with 250 gold pieces, which would be a particular increase on my particular fucking armor set anyway.
So, he could. Let's have a look at how this works. Just one moment. So, mithril armor is a thing. Yeah. Okay. So, he could make well, he will have sets of mithril, which isn't specifically enchanted, however, it is considered to be a magical ore, meaning it's highly enchantable, and also very light. So, for example, a chainmail shirt would count as medium armor rather than heavy armor.
Mhm.
So chainmail, I believe, gives you an AC of 16. Instead, it would, with no bonuses based on your dexterity, instead it would give you an AC of 16 with up to +2 from your dexterity. And
That's
you can
interesting.
wear it if you're proficient in medium armor.
It would be a drop in an AC point.
Yes,
That's
that
the
would
issue.
cost you. Yeah, but it is highly enchantable, so you could get it enchanted much more easily than any normal armor.
Will we be coming back here after our quest?
It's up to you. Do you want
What do you
to?
think, guys?
We can do. I mean, is this not a handy meeting point or something?
You've come here lots of times before, and like I'm assuming you'll likely return to Phalanx afterwards, like after you bring back.
I mean, if we find one of those magical building door places from Gareth's Glamorous Goodies, we can easily return to Phalanx and Bulwark.
Mm-hmm.
I just realised it's pointing at the wrong place.
Alex, you're smart with this stuff. What would you say?
So what was this whole thing about?
So I've got mithril armor, which is
Right.
1 drop in my AC, but it gives me 2 dexterity points, and it's highly enchantable.
Yeah, so it should be an increase to your AC. So it's 16 base AC +2.
Oh yeah, it would be actually. Yeah. Oh, how much does it cost them?
That would be 250 gold.
Have the rest of my money, magic man.
Okay.
Not going to barter.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Swindle this guy. Rob him.
I don't want to rob him too badly. So,
if you go to the armor section of your
yes,
class page and add a mithril breastplate. Oh, sorry, no, mithril chainmail.
Yep.
The base AC is 16 and the armor type is medium. And you'll have to untick. Okay, you're just deleting out your old one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So it's light armor, was it? No. Medium. Okay. And then where do I put the dex bonus?
It does it naturally for you because you selected the armor type as medium.
Awesome. Okay. I don't want to pull the same old stunt of just, oh, we're loyal customers and stuff like this. So what I'll say instead is I'll try and barter with him, and I'm going to pull out of my pocket a giant colossal guardian helmet, and I'll be like, would you be interested, dear sir, in giving me a reduced price for this? We defeated this ancient robot, and this is what we were able to salvage. It's in good condition, and it could be brilliant on anyone's mantelpiece.
Okay. He looks at it and says, this is another one of those guardians. You bought me parts from one of these before. Yes. This one's in significantly better condition. I don't know about a discount, but I'd be willing to buy it from you. I'd accept it as a trade. Helmet like this. 30 gold pieces.
I'm going to point at it and say, no, I'm going to do a persuasion check, and I'm going to say, no, this is far more. This is worth far more than you're giving me credit for, and you know it, magic man.
Nat 20. All right, nat 20 it is. He looks at it and he ponders for us. I tell you what I can do. I could give you 30 gold and 1 bead of force.
Explain to me what a beard of force is.
Beard.
Sarah, what does a bead of force do? You have them.
Is that the thing that makes them in an orb? Oh wait.
It's what puts them in a hamster ball.
Yeah.
Yes. Deal, good sir.
Okay.
I want a beard of force now.
Bead.
So is it a one-time use thing?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
I have 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
edit it so that Matt can see it as well now. There we go. Save changes. Show to players.
Plain black pouch, 6 blacks. Oh, so I get
No,
6.
you only get the 1.
Okay, I get 1. Yeah. No, that's a good
just
deal.
copying it from when I bought it.
Yes.
So 30. So I'm not too poor now. I'm on 33 gold pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I'm happy, and I'll pour him a glass of wine from my infinite wine cup.
It's essentially infinite now. Via the alchemy jug, you no longer have to buy bottles of wine.
Does it do custard?
Custard.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't do custard on there.
It does
Beans?
Mayonnaise.
It does mayonnaise. It does
It's
vinegar.
mayonnaise and vinegar and acid, so I could just throw acid in people's faces.
You
Why
could.
would it make mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise is good.
No.
I don't know why specifically mayonnaise, but there's a specific thing which is written for this magic item.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, are we done with the Gareth's Glamorous Goodies section?
Does he have armor, or is that somewhere else?
I mean, we've just had a conversation about armor. What sort of armor are you after?
Any better armor for Art? Like, so Art's got a, he's got leather armor and cloak of protection, but apparently I never wore that leather armor. I'm confused.
You definitely did wear that leather armor.
Okay.
Wait, has he never had his armor ticked?
So it's been like this,
I need to pull your character.
and I feel like that's not right.
1 second. No, that is one. It just doesn't. So unarmored means it still gives you your AC if you're not wearing armor.
Okay, right. So can Art get better armor than this leather stuff that he's got without him being too slow?
Yes. Either you can get enchanted light armor, or you could get mithril medium armor, which would count as light armor. And I need to just give me your character sheet for a second, because I need to check what armor proficiencies you have. Only light armor, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's a small man.
Yes, because you're a rogue. I need the goddamn player's handbook then, don't I?
Here he goes in the book.
I mean, you love delving into the books. Don't lie.
Boy, don't I.
There's something in the book. There's something in the book.
Right.
It's like Dora the Explorer getting out the map.
Can you tell which way we should go?
No swiping, no swiping.
That is right. So, actually, there is also non-magical light armor that would be better for you, which is studded leather, which is 45 gold pieces and would give you an extra +1 to your armor class.
And is that the maximum I can really get then?
Without it being magical or mithril, yes.
Right.
Low for armor class at this point.
What?
Rogue, well, different classes will have different armor. So, like, rogues wear light armor, their AC is going to be lower.
Yeah.
Rob's AC is 16 right now, which isn't amazing, but it's not bad.
I might hold off for now until I
It
get
would be 45 gold for a piece of studded leather, which you wouldn't be able to buy here, but there is a smithy where you could buy it.
I'll save
But
it for another time. We spent about an hour at the shop.
Okay,
So I don't wanna
sure.
take over.
So, are we done with Gareth's Glamorous
Yes.
Goodies then? Cool.
Next time we head over to Alex.
Yep. Alex, thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Fine.
You are headed to the Celestial Archive, and you will find yourself in it's in the area which is locally known as the Spear. It probably has a name, but that's, if you ask people where you are, they'd be like, this is the Spear. And the Spear is called that because it is the center for a lot of the magical power within the city. Specifically, wizards flock to the Spear from all over the world because of the Celestial Archive. which, along with some of the other magic schools that you have encountered, is sort of known, at least within this section of the continent, for being, having an extremely good reputation for turning out very powerful mages. The specific thing about this is that it also functions as a place of worship for the goddess Mithras. And if you were to go there, I think, given your reputation, you would possibly be recognized by some of the people there at this point, especially given your current status with the Queen. So if you were to start asking questions, they'll probably be receptive to you. There is a cleric at the desk, a young dwarven man, who will be willing to answer any questions you have.
Okay, so I'll walk up to the desk and I'm like, I kind of like look around and say, "Hi, can you help me?"
Yes, hello, ma'am. You are. Yes, I was told about your arrival, Miss Yolya, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. I'm Yolia. Listen, I've got a bit of a weird thing, and I need someone who has knowledge of celestials. That might be able to help me.
Well, yes, you've come to the right place. How can we help you?
So I basically lift up my gloves and show him them, and I'm like, these were once just a standard set of magical gloves, and now they are more than that, and I need to find out more about.
I'm sorry, you say they're more than that. What do you mean? If need be, we can identify a magic item for you. Yes.
I'm pretty certain I already know what they are, but I need more information on on celestials and about. I don't really know celestials or how they function or what, but essentially there is a celestial that lives within these gloves.
You mean to say the gloves are sentient?
Yes.
Just one moment, sir. Sorry, madam. He doesn't say that.
No, I know. It's just you forgetting.
One moment, madam. I'll go speak to my instructor. A moment. Do you mind just waiting? And he points to some sofas in the corner where people would normally wait if they had an appointment.
I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that, and I'll make my way over to.
Thank you. I will be right back. And he dashes off and leaves the desk unattended for a few minutes, where he comes back with a very scholarly-looking woman, who will address you and say, Miss Yolya, I presume?
Hi, yes. Nice to meet you. And I extend my hand out to shake hers. I don't really know much about these formal kind of things. So I'm like, hi.
She will gingerly take your hands. I am Instructor Vysoren. I was told you had a very rare magical set of gloves, which you said had a celestial presence.
Yeah, that's right.
And as she's holding your hand, she pulls your wrist forward and begins closely inspecting your hand. It's would you mind coming with me to my office and we can see what we can do about identifying these gloves for you?
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
Okay. So you would come to what is it's probably a shared staff office of 6 or so different teachers as she lead you through the hallways of this place. And this place is enormous, so it's going to take you several minutes just going through corridors, and you get utterly lost trying to follow this woman as she just is power walking. But yeah, she like clears off a space on this cluttered desk. Would you mind removing the gloves and placing them on the desk for me?
As I'm stood there, the first thing I do before I go and say, Seraphine, was that going to do anything if I take these off?
She's like, probably not. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to talk. I'm kind of new to this as well.
I'm like, I turn to the instructor. I'm like, will one suffice? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't really want to take both off just in case. I don't really want this to go crazy or something.
It's unconventional, but we can attempt it. Yes.
Attempt. When she says attempt it, I say, "Oh, is that Seraphine or the instructor?"
The instructor. Sorry, I only have one female voice, Alex.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't have one, so you've got more than me. So I'm like, unconventional. What do you intend to do?
Well, we'll start off with a simple identification ritual, just to see what we can learn about specifically the magical properties of this item. With that, you said it's a celestial presence. We can attempt a divination to try and determine specifically what sort of celestial presence, whether it is attuned to a certain god or goddess or divine creature.
Right. So nothing. 1 second. I gotta just stop something between two cats.
Mm-hmm.
Shagging.
No, one of them was about to attack the other, so.
Were they growling? Like
No.
dogs?
But the other one was like getting ready to pounce
Okay.
on the other, so I had to stop him before it happened because it just resulted in an actual fight between the cats. So just to stop him. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, I begin to take the one off, and I say to Seraphine, I'm like, let's hope this doesn't go the wrong way then. As I take the first one off.
Her voice comes back staticky. What was that? I can't hear you properly.
And the last thing I say is, "We'll talk soon."
You take off the other one.
Yeah, and I start to take. I proceed to take the gloves off and lay them on the desk.
Okay. So.
On a side note, after taking them off, I kind of feel like a bit hollow. Like it feels a bit weird.
Something that you've grown accustomed to having this constant presence of someone else with you. It probably does feel a little bit lonely. I'm gonna make a roll. Okay. So first of all, she spends 10 minutes casting the spell Identify, and she says, and she essentially would be able to tell you the same as is on the magic item sheet. She'd be able to tell you the ability that it gives you with your key blasts, and that it's a +3 item, and that yes, it is sentient, and that there is a celestial who goes by the name Seraphine in it. She says, well, first of all, we've now confirmed what we already knew to be true. Now it's a little bit less orthodox, but we may be able to determine what sort of specific celestial is attuned, is within these gloves. And she will take a moment to do another ritual. Logan needs to look up what this is called. Sorry, 1 second. I should have done this beforehand. Not right. Okay. She will say, "This is a very powerful celestial which is within these gloves. Young, but of an extremely high class. This is what's called a diva. Normally, they are chosen servants of gods who are sent for important missions to fight their battles on their behalf. How you came to possess these gloves is a mystery to me. How would you even come across something like this?
So they were given to me as a kind of a gift from who was it from again? It was
Lord Duskwatch, the gloves of radiance were.
Yeah, that's right. The gloves of radiance themselves, prior to them becoming what they are now, were given to me from a Lord Duskwatch as a gift for helping in
I'll make a
his.
check to see if she knows who the hell Lord Duskwatch is. He's Lord, I believe, closely attributed to the Citadel of the Moon, I think.
Yeah, he's a relatively obscure noble from that area.
Yeah, it's Davis.
Just from what I discovered, thanks to the king essentially saying, the dude's not really that powerful.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
At least, especially down here. But, the, she'll say, well, okay, so now we know what sort of celestial this is, and honestly, it begs the question. It can only be quite a high-ranked god who would be able to command a Deva to come into a situation like this, or who would be willing to spend a Deva on a situation like this. I would be very surprised if a lesser noble from a distant citadel had possession of an item like this. It must be recent that the Deva came to dwell within these gloves. I've been made aware of your circumstances. Maybe it's more related to you than it is to where you gained these gloves from. And she would, with that, say, this is not as likely to give many results, but I will still attempt to try and determine what god this Deva is commanded by, or was created by at the very least. And I'll make another roll. As in that one, she sits and looks at the desk, and you would hear Seraphine yelp in pain, and suddenly her eyes would snap open. Oh, I'm very, very sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think I've never really done this ritual before. It's not something that we would normally do. At the very least, I can tell you that this Deva isn't associated with Mithras at all. Otherwise, that would have worked perfectly. But I couldn't tell you what god specifically this comes from. It must be quite a powerful and high-ranked god, but...
Okay, so upon obviously just step back a bit upon the hearing the yelp from Seraphine and the eyes snapping as Yolya in fear, and obviously I instantly snatch the gloves back up off the desk and clutch onto them quite tightly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in
hands are up in the air, like I didn't mean to.
Yeah, and then realize obviously it's just bitten. It's I as she's explaining that, I apologize and say sorry. I've lost a lot recently. I'd rather not lose something.
I understand you have a dangerous line of work. I'm glad to see that you seem to share a close relationship with this Miss Seraphine, wasn't it?
Yes, Seraphine. And at that point, I begin to put back on the gloves.
Yeah. The instructor will say, I'm very sorry that we weren't able to help you more with this. Perhaps if if you gave me a little bit of time, I could speak, as in a few days, I could speak with one of my superiors and see if they can set up a preparation for a more advanced ritual. But that's not something we could do on such short notice.
I said I'm willing to do that. Well, I'll probably be here for a couple of days. There are things we have plans. I'm not aware of that they will be over a short period of time. Would you need the gloves here to do that, or
no? We only need the gloves when the ritual is ready.
Okay, so yeah, so that's fine. I'm happy to let you do that, and then I can come back in a few days, or you can send a messenger to, and I just said to the Ironheart Inn where we would be staying, to let me know when that would be ready, and I can.
Raises an eyebrow when you say the Ironheart Inn. It's got a reputation, which tries to hide it.
It's got a reputation.
For being extremely fancy. It's like saying, yeah, just send like a message to the Ritz, like a super mega famous hotel.
I just like do I notice this?
Yeah, she's not good at hiding these sorts of things.
I'm like, what do you expect? I've had an audience with the Queen.
Of course, ma'am. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
No, it's not. But yeah, so that was like, so yeah, it's just send a message, or like I can come back in a couple of days. Yeah, probably message is easier. If you leave a message there,
I can use the sending spell to contact you as long as you remain on this plane.
on this plane. Oh no, I've got to catch a different flight though, so I don't know.
Look, you need to start the music back up.
That's how long it's took.
That's a magic item. That was a magic item description I pasted. It's okay, we're good. We're going. We're fine.
Yes. Anyway, where were we? Read your book. God damn it, Sarah. I just see where you posted a fucking
what she texted. Reese needs braces.
Ranger plan.
Oh, I've got to put this on the stream.
Oh fuck.
Copy.
Anyway, so yeah, it's like, yeah, if I highly doubt I'm going to be changing any of the between any of the planes of existence anytime soon, so you can do it that way if you want as well.
Okay, excellent. I mean, even if you do, well, as long as you return here within a week or so, it shouldn't be much of an issue. Just contact me, or, well, at least leave a word here at the archives if you're going to be longer than that.
Yes, of course, I wouldn't foolishly just up and leave.
And at that point, she realizes that, yeah, you're probably extremely lost, and she will have to lead you to the exit to this place. It's enormous, and she's just led you through dozens of corridors. I'm very sorry. If you want, I can escort you out. I don't know if you'd like to stop by our cafeteria for refreshments on the way out, or...
No, I think just heading straight back to the main desk would be the best option. Thank you.
Very well. I'm very sorry about earlier as well. I hope I didn't do any harm.
Because I've took off the gloves and then put them back on, I'm technically having to reattune, aren't
I? No, you're still attuned. It's fine.
So so to my head, it's like, you're not hurt, are you then, Sophie? You okay?
I mean, that really smarts, but like, I don't think I'm injured, hurt.
I'm like, no, it's fine. I think everything's okay. Thank you for your concern, though.
Okay, and yeah, she will lead you back to the front desk where the young dwarven man will wish you good luck on your way out. I hope everything went as expected. How would you rate your experience here at the Celestial Archives out of 10?
Don't forget to rate us on Google.
I go, 8. I
See,
guess.
and he writes something down. And how was the service from the members of staff you've seen today?
Yeah, sure. 9.
No, a 9. Okay, yes, very well. He writes that down as well. Yes. How likely would you be to recommend our services to a friend out of 10?
I at this point, I just look at him and say, I thought this was like an academy, not some goddamn store.
We serve many purposes here, madam.
I just look at him and say, 10, sure, whatever.
Very well. Thank you for your time. We would be very glad to have you return to us.
I intend to do so. Thank you. And then, like, leave. Like, that was weird.
Yeah, more than fucking 9. Why don't you get goddamn 10 as you're leaving?
9.95.
Yeah. No one gets a 10. So yeah, you guys can reunite if you would like.
Yeah, I guess we'd probably have said like, let's, we're planning on actually going to separate places. Why don't we meet back at the Iron Heart, back at the inn when we are finished? It kind of makes sense. We don't really know anywhere else in the city. It would be really awkward to try and meet somewhere else.
That's fine. You can meet back up at the inn if you would like.
Is that okay with everyone else doing that? That's probably the smartest way.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Erlan doesn't meet up. He remains at Gareth's Glamorous Goodies for the rest of the campaign,
My life.
endlessly browsing shelves.
Jumping through Bulwark and...
As you guys
Phalanx.
turn to leave the shop, by the way, like at first you'll almost step out into Bulwark. I don't know, just one moment. And he just runs over and turns the dial back to Phalanx for you.
I just walk off into the distance. I take my hat off and walk into the distance. That's the end of it.
He's
What
trapped
happens
in
if
the
you like
space
jump
between
through a window?
planes.
Yeah, what happens if I jump through a window? Would I just be teleported?
Empty room.
Exit from inside the store, you would go to wherever the dial is.
Oh, okay.
But if you jump from outside, it's an empty building.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I listened.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time I've ever listened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You guys.
so I guess we're meeting back up at the inn.
Mhm. So you guys have bought provisions for your journey. You've got a 6-day journey ahead of you to get to the Charred Grove, and then whatever will take place there as well.
Oh, it's a 6-day journey.
It is, yeah. It's 2 hexes.
Oh god. Oh, that's. Oh, that's a bit of a long time.
Take a rest. I could do with taking back that lucky point.
Well, I was gonna say,
You can leave your friend dead for another day. That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck him.
how long do I have with the thing again? So knowing it's gonna take that long, I didn't realize it was gonna be that long. I go, I'll be back in a minute, and then run back off to the archives.
Actually, I'm going to be like a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna have to push it back. I'm gonna be a while. I didn't realize.
It's a different receptionist this time. It's a elderly gnomish man. She's like, yes, excuse me, ma'am. Could you be more specific about the specific appointment that you have got?
Yes. It's with Inquisitor and I've already forgotten the name you gave me, Logan.
So I think it was Veritas.
Yeah,
Instructor Veritas.
Yeah, Instructor. Yeah, with it's with Instructor Veritas. She is attempting to try and.
So I've got you scheduled in for 3 days from now. Is it going to be? Are you going to have to reschedule?
Yeah, we're gonna have to push it back. Probably maybe to about 15 days more, maybe more. 15 to 15
very well.
to
Just one
17
moment.
days.
and he will begin chanting a spell, and he will say, Instructor Veritas, Miss Yolia has arrived. She says she would like to push back the your appointment with her for 15 days. You may reply to this message.
After the
And
beep.
then he's silent for a moment. And then he says, Instructor Veritas says that 15 days is quite okay with her, and that she is apparently very sorry for what happened.
It's I've already forgiven her for it, but sure, okay. Thank you for her concerns again.
Wonderful. Will that be all, madam?
Yes, thank you very much. I
Excellent.
best
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you...
I'm already walking away by this point, knowing what's going to happen.
Excuse
I just
me.
go. All the gnome can hear is 10, 10, and 10. Bye.
Wonderful. 10. Yes, write that down. I've done a really good job today.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
And then I make my way back to the inn. I'm like, whew, okay, so yeah, that's fine. We can do 6 days travel.
Wizards, am I right?
What a weird place. Why were they asking me questions that have nothing to do with like an academy?
So, are you guys all sorted and ready to set off on your journey?
Are you?
Are you?
I am.
What a question to ask.
I've been ready.
Is Nick, who's been muted the entire time, I've noticed.
Poor Nick.
Wow.
Probably been YouTubing.
No, I've been listening.
No.
Yeah,
Nick, I feel so sorry for you.
we're ready to head off.
I mean, your character had money. Like, you could have gone to the magic store as well.
You could have bought those cards.
You could have bought the
Nobody bought the
deck.
cards.
Oh wait, can I
Wait, I thought Nick was
You
there
were-
because he attempted to
I-
try and take back the
Oh yeah, you were.
the
You were
I was
gonna-
there. Hold on a second. I was going to try and do that when the
Yeah, make a
rewind
perception
time a
check
minute.
on your way out of the magic shop,
Yes,
and Ott, make a sleight of hand check.
19.
Okay. Sleight of hand. 22.
Oh,
22.
damn it.
You're both
I'm-
close though.
I'm
Like,
never
it's
going to
one
find
point.
these cards, am I?
I mean, like, we just need Rob to roll a bit lower. Like, it's not like you're getting low numbers.
I
Or
mean, I
anything.
do have a. What is it? Wait, +8?
You are like plus 11 or something ridiculous. Plus
8.
14.
Oh man.
And actually,
No, it's
Hamilton has a
+8.
better modifier.
I rolled 14. It was a +8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, yeah, you have +8, and Hamilton has +4, sorry.
Yeah, +4.
Okay,
Well,
either
I'll
way,
try again soon.
it's possible.
I'll get
So, yeah, you guys, we can put
So,
you on
Are you
the...
pretty certain that it's with Ott then? Are you just like going to try everyone? Try everyone.
I mean, there's no one else that it's likely to be.
okay.
I've got my eyes on you.
I think, it's like a case of he knows it was one of you guys, and you're the one who is like infamous for being a troublemaker and having sticky fingers at this point.
It says that on your card.
Given your like, yeah, it probably would.
Are these like top trump cards then?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, they're like
Love it.
collector's cards that he's made.
Nice.
I thought Nick was going to buy the illusion cards.
Also, guys, I hope you're enjoying these drawings that I'm making. More than you like Sarah's drawings.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Oh, I've got character sheets up. I've
I
been
thought
seeing.
they were cute. I like the wand.
Wand.
What is the red dot?
Oh wait, no, is that the spear?
It's a spear. You
The
said
red
it was a
dot's
spear.
supposed to
The district is called the spear.
be. Great wand.
And it's just like it's someone throwing it.
Where's the one?
Okay.
Number 3.
Yeah.
That's a spear.
There you go. The artist knows what it is.
Well, okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay.
I won't insult your drawings anymore.
Yeah, you just did that.
Because I
So
should
there's
say
a
mine are
wand.
better than yours somehow.
Alright, I'm moving you guys
in-
over to the
in-
world map. Hang on, there we go.
In number 2, you had Bart Simpson's head.
Look, the Sildor Star says Sildor the Star / Phalanx now.
Hey.
Yeah.
We did it.
That's
Stars
a very
and-
good drawing of Taito, Rob. Well done.
Yeah. So detailed.
So detailed.
Stars
who
and
hates
phallus.
Phalanx. So
Phallus.
the Charred Grove is due north of you, 6 days travel. And I think like you'd probably be provided a carriage, which would probably be pulled by a Scorb again, similar to poor
Jerry.
fallen Jerry. However, now you guys are much more experienced travelers and less likely to die to chasms. Hopefully. The image quality seems lower than it used to be. I may have to re-upload this. It's fine. I'll have to do that between sessions.
Yeah, it looks a bit blurry.
Yeah.
Do it like really high
When you
quality if you
zoomed
can.
in.
Because I zoom in all the time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get premium anyway for Incarnate because it's not that expensive, so I will. Unfortunately, there's a maximum image quality that Roll20 will accept, but we're way below that right now, so it's fine.
Oh, right. Like, if you want
It's
a bit
like
of money
5.
towards that premium thing, I don't mind.
It's $25 a year, dude. I'm not worried.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So again, we're gonna fast travel through the like overland travel stuff because we've done it lots, and you're a much higher level now. And you will be headed towards the Charred Grove. So for a lot of the traveling that you've done up to now, it has been either like via highways or through uncharted but quite barren terrain. The Phalanx has much better maintained roads, at least sort of within 1 hex around the city, than the Citadel of than Bulwark did. However, it is less lit, but it's more patrolled and more regularly maintained. So that area is at least safe, and you'll pass through probably in fact, you probably pass through the same farming settlement that you did coming in, since you're headed north. However, as you head
Are the crops? Has there been a massive harvest failure after the stealing
after
of?
that one fantasy potato was that
Yeah.
one cobbler was stolen.
Is there a starving family on the streets outside the
Yeah.
farm? Big eviction notice on the door.
Yeah. Oh, if only a fate touch hadn't come by and stolen one of our potatoes. However, as you head north into the wilderness beyond and to the north, you come closer to Dragon's Rest. Here you will see there's like a very specific line which is drawn, which is like a very heavily fortified border with guard checkpoints set up. And once you pass out beyond there, it is wilderness. There is no lights, no highways, no nothing. And it won't take long before you come to what was probably once a verdant forest and is now a scorched wasteland of burnt husks of trees and ashy ground.
Upon seeing this, I'm like, how pleasant.
Yeah. Well, this is called
And
the Charred Grove.
Yeah.
Where is this wall? Is it like there?
No, it's
Much
sort of
closer.
south of where you currently are.
Will I have been here before? Like one of my missions that I've been on, or would I not recognise this place?
No, you get sent on like pretty dangerous stuff. So, like, if there's trouble at the northern border for bordering Dragon's Rest, like the checkpoints that you're at here,
Yeah.
then you would have probably been sent to there. You might not have specifically gone to the Charred Grove because I don't think that like you were ever considered to be much of a negotiator, and this is technically independent territory. But you would at least have like been given directions on the area. You would know about Illatran, the Fae that you are going to meet, or at least you would have been told a little bit about him. Is that he is not unfriendly, but he's a Fae, and so you should be wary of him for obvious reasons. They can be deceptive, they can be tricksy, And any like deals you make, be careful about fine print. Because they love to hold you to your end of the bargain, and they do love a good bit of mischief. That being said, Illatran isn't an evil creature. He's a neutral creature. Yeah, you guys would head deeper into the forest until you find yourselves utterly lost, even despite Risu's apparent ability to never get lost in non-magical terrain. Meaning this is likely an enchanted wood of some sort. And it's up to you guys what you would want to do upon realizing that you've probably passed this same tree 3 times already.
So is it that all trees look the same, or we're leaping round and round in circles?
Can you make a survival check?
Okie dokie.
Oh dear.
What trees?
Oh dear. Is this a situation I before be able to help them get through it? Or have I not been this far out?
I don't think you've been this far out, but you are experienced enough to like attempt a survival check to see if you would know anything about this.
Let's try. Oh, maybe not 5.
No, you've never been in a haunted, enchanted forest before.
Y'all goofed it.
I just grip my axe a bit tighter.
So, Logan, you're saying that we've probably walked past it. So, can we see our own tracks then?
Make a survival check.
Not super great. 13.
You can probably see Hamilton's tracks.
Yeah, big feet. Yeah, makes sense.
I've been stomping.
So yeah, you're pretty certain that this is somewhere that you have been repeatedly.
Sorry, quick question. What's going on with Hayarkin? Are we just kind of leaving him there then?
Sorry. So I was assuming that you brought the body with you. If you haven't, then
yes.
Tell me now.
Yes.
Okay.
We brought. We decided to go back to make sure we collect the body to try and get it so we can do revival.
So
couldn't
in that case,
Rob was going to leave me behind.
In that case, Gentle Repose has been cast on the body today, so you will have 10 days as of you setting out from Phalanx to resurrect him.
So did we not have somewhere in Phalanx that we could have done it then?
Nope. Resurrection ain't easy.
Right. For some reason I thought there was something in the Citadel.
How many days did it take us to get to the Charred Grove? Was it 6 days,
6.
wasn't it?
Yes.
So we've got 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go back as well?
Yeah, but he should hopefully have been revived by that point.
So he doesn't revive where we're going, is it?
Well, you are going to the Charred Grove to ask Illatran to revive your friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit. So
Right now, you are lost.
We need to be able to put. We need to put markers down if we're going to prevent ourselves from getting lost. We need to put markers where we're going. I'm just trying to think how far into the woods can we see, like from where we're stored? How far? Like if we carried on walking before we
So,
a bit difficult to see
it's
something.
not so much a case of the forest being exceptionally dense as it is a case of everything being exceptionally dark. So how far is your dark vision?
That's a good question. Well, my
I
dark
think
vision,
it's
because I
pretty
have
narrow.
dark. I was going to say, because I have dark vision, it would be whatever allows. It's 60 feet, isn't it normally?
Yeah, but you have light sources, so you'd have low light vision as well. So like we can double that number to you can see essentially 120 feet ahead of you.
Okay, so we need to set up markers. Say if we say every 80 feet, just to give us between each marker, to attempt to try and prevent a
stop us getting lost.
Prevent us from getting going back on ourselves constantly.
So what are you going to use as markers?
Oh god, what have we got to use as markers? Is a question.
Space markers.
I have wood carver's tools. Am I able to like say make something into it's something that would be visible from 80 feet in a tree? Just like so we could see it, like help make something visible. Like surely there are branches on the ground that are like
branches that you
I've
could
got
use.
Candles and
so we could quite literally
tinderbox.
like get the branch and like a relatively large one and like stick it in the ground and maybe just as a marker, maybe just a bit.
So were you saying that you were going to like put a candle on top of it?
Well, I was thinking, I'm sure we've got like bits of cloth we can use to help.
Yeah. I mean, you ripped up most of your sets of like travelers' clothes to like make masks and bandages and whatever sort of stuff. So you've probably got like scrap cloth of varying colours. I'll allow it.
So we could probably like just like tie at the top part. So like
so you're like driving wooden stakes into the ground with like colourful cloth tied to the tops of them.
Yeah, every like 80, however far 80 feet, we could be able to probably see that still from each one, and just doing that as we progress to try and make our way through without getting lost. And if we are, then we can we can track where we've come and where we've gone.
So that's what you're doing then. Okay, just one moment. Make a perception check for me, please, Yolia. And Risu.
Oof. Mine wasn't very good, so hopefully yours is.
Let me get it.
Ghosty Hayarkin comes past and puts out all the candles by accident.
Well, that one's a lot better.
18 is enough. You don't see exactly what does it, but you do at one point just happen to glance around behind you, and you see the cloth tied to the top of the most recent stake you drove in become untied and drop to the ground.
Can I not just carve into the tree as a marker?
You could do.
I mean, yeah, I'll do that.
Sure.
Wristy whistle.
You can do that. And you hear a distant shit, didn't think of that. From you actually do hear that voice.
Okay, do I recognize it?
Nope. No one you know.
Can I like did I hear
Is it just I was gonna say, is it just Risu hearing this?
Yeah, that's with your 18 in perception.
Yeah,
Can I make a perception check? See if I can listen to him.
I'll allow it. At this point, like they're making noise, you can make a perception check.
I was gonna say if it's noise, can I also then make a new perception?
Okay, 18's enough. Okay, yep.
Yeah,
you all heard that.
Yeah, I'm just going to rely on these guys finding it because my perception's -2 anyway.
Atrocious, yeah.
I suggest everyone make initiative.
No. They're just trying to dick about with us and stop us from getting to the place.
Shot.
What are you going to shoot?
That might be
fire a warning shot, sure.
Yeah, a direction. Like,
did you hear where it came from?
Well, that's what I said. Did I hear the direction it came from, and if I can shoot a warning?
Make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Another.
It sounded like it came from your shoulder.
What the? I don't know.
You like reach up to smack your shoulder, and there's nothing there.
Wait, do birds have shoulders?
Yeah.
Risu has shoulders. You can see them on her art.
Yeah, dum-dum.
Okay. Sort of shoulders.
Who's there?
I was gonna say, is there a means we could like say feign not realizing that they're there and try and do something that would get us to a point where we like catch them?
What? Give themselves away?
Yeah, like where they're like, where like, I got you, like, that kind of stance. Like,
how would you like to try and do that?
Oh,
at this point, I don't think have given away that you know exactly that they're there. So,
I say we just like pretend, just continue on. Obviously, knowing that there's something around,
okay,
and then as we begin to say walk away from, with the stake, carry on with the stakes as well anyway.
Okay.
And then as we walk away, say like 10, 15 feet, like turn around to like see if there's anything changed.
Okay. So, sure, make a perception check for me at advantage.
I feel like that was in a Michael Jackson music video.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20, okay. Yeah, so you turn and you take a few steps, and then you like turn around like, ha, gotcha! There's nothing there. So you carry on for a few more paces, and you turn around like, ha, got you! And you see a very small fairy in the process of untying the knots on one of your stakes, who goes, ah! Snaps her fingers and turns invisible.
Damn it, I was going to throw my bucket at them.
I was going to say, can I, like, say, attempt to leap and catch them in my hands?
You can, I'll say roll initiative just to see how fast you are. We're not going into initiative for this.
Okay,
you can try and do it.
I've got to do it a different way. Advanced roller, D20 plus 5.
Oh, I need to...
13.
Okay. I will also roll. I got a nat 1.
Nice.
You can pounce on them. They have like a strength of negative 1 billion. So yeah, you'll just catch them.
Like, I'm like, ah! Got you.
Let go, bully.
It's like, I'm like, why are you trying to do this?
And I need to look up a thing.
Funny.
Give me a moment. Sorry, I don't have stats already. Damn it. Where's that pixie? Here we go. 253. 7. I believe it's a wisdom saving throw from you, Alex.
Okie doke.
I'm just double checking that.
Okay, I won't roll it just yet. I'll wait until you do.
14. Okay. Yep.
A wisdom one, yeah?
Yep.
20.
Yep, you save. As she tries to cast Reduce on you and make you tiny.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, this normally works.
I'm like, I'm like, right, okay, listen here. We want to see.
Don't hurt me.
Surrender. I'm gonna keep you in my hands, though. You're not moving from here just yet.
Make a jail with your claws.
Promise, if you let me go, I won't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, sure. Like I'm gonna believe that. No chance.
You hear another voice say, "Yeah, let her go," and then make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
16
Don't
this time.
succeed. It's a DC 12.
I'm like, wait. Stop that.
No.
I'm like, listen. We'll only let you go if you take us to whatever his fucking name is again.
Take me to your leader.
Illitras.
Out of curiosity,
Illitran.
for the sake of just, I don't know, clowning around, you know how we've drank potions from bottles?
Mm-hmm.
Would we have the
I am
remaining
not about
bottle?
to put a goddamn fucking fairy into a bottle.
She takes one look at you holding the bottle and goes, "Don't you fucking dare, I swear to God. I will destroy you." Trying to be as threatening as a tiny pixie can be.
It's
I'm
like
literally
3 inches
like,
tall.
I'm literally like, you take if you decline taking us to where we need to go, you're going in the bottle.
Look, all right. Where do you want to go?
Take us to whatever the name of the fae is again. What's his name?
Illitran of the chart.
Illitran. Yes, take us to Illitran. We wish an audience with him.
She gets like a really uncomfortable look on her face, like you've just mentioned the name of someone who she really dislikes. Does it have to be Illitran?
Yes.
Apparently, yes.
I mean, I'm not in much of a position to negotiate here.
I'm literally like, as she's like stalling for time, I'm like motioning for the bottle. I'm motioning her towards the bottle. Like not properly, like just it's like as in a, hey, you're going the bottle.
In that case, Ott, you make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Call wisdom save. 18.
Damn it. Yep. Ott remains at his size. She's like, normally this works better.
What's the +1 on my wisdom saving throw?
That's just what you add to your
No,
d20 roll.
I got -2.
Oh, it's from your
cloak protection.
Your cloak protection, yeah.
Right, okay.
It gives you +1 to all saves.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm like, take us to Illitran then.
It's like, okay. Promise you're not going to put me in a bottle.
We won't put you in a bottle.
Promise.
But 100%. But I'm also not going to let go of you until we get to Illitran, and then I'll let go.
I'm going to lead you, stupid.
Because you can see, stupid.
She closes her eyes.
Right in the bottle.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll point.
Good. Now lead. Take us.
Yeah. With your new Fey guide successfully captured, you can be led through the charred grove towards Illitran's grove.
So, why doesn't she like Illitran?
You're about to find out.
Awesome.
As, ordinarily traveling within fairy realms, you would think they'd be verdant and lush, but it seems as you go deeper and deeper in, they become more and more scorched. And eventually, in fact, you would begin to feel like a rising heat as well, until there is a distant, warm glow in the distance. She's like, Illitran is at that. Can you let me go, please? And I promise we won't prank you anymore. I'll make a wisdom saving throw, please.
11.
Yes! That's in fact what you hear from somewhere in the distance behind you, as Ott now shrinks to the size of a fairy.
No.
How long
I need to check how long that lasts for. It lasts for up to 1 minute.
That's not too bad.
It's okay. You said, can I make an insight check into see how like into what she just said? She said she promised they won't prank us anymore.
Sure, make an insight check.
14.
As far as you know, fairies are very specific with their promises. They don't ever lie about them.
I was more like to see if she was lying in particular.
Mm-hmm. So they're always very careful with their wording so that they don't lie. That's what you would know.
Okay. So she promises not to prank. She's basically had. Before I let her go, I asked, so why do you not like this dude?
He's just. I mean, look, he kind of screwed us all over real bad, and we're stuck with him because he's our boss, but he's not like a super popular guy. I don't know if you noticed our home isn't super pretty right now.
Why is it on fire?
Him.
Is he? What's fire got to do with him?
Well, I mean, we were the Circle of Wildfire. We're kind of in exile right now. The other Archfey didn't really take kindly to Wildfire. But Illitran maintains that it's important, and we're kind of bound to him, so it's his fault.
I mean, okay. How do you feel about Wildfire then?
I feel like I'm homeless now.
Oh.
We live in trees, and the trees are pretty dead right now.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry that you've obviously lost your homes through this, but I'm sure he has his reasons.
So, yeah, sure. Look, he's that way. You know where he is now. We're not going to prank you and make you get lost anymore. So, can you let me go?
Yeah,
As a minute has passed, you return back to your normal size.
As it's happening, I open my hands up to allow her to leave.
Okay. She turns invisible, and you feel the weight leave your hands as she flies away.
I go, bye, thank you.
Could they have cast like handy spells on us, or is it all just mischievous stuff?
You could have convinced them to.
Damn. Okay.
But I mean,
They probably wouldn't.
mostly, yeah.
No.
By default, they're pranksters. They're pixies.
Yeah.
So are they nothing to do with fire, the pixies?
They're part of the circle of wildfire.
Prixies.
So they don't live with fire? How does it work?
You'll have to ask someone who knows.
And you just left.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming you guys all set off towards the warm glow.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's probably where we will head towards, being that's kind of the idea of where we want to go to.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming Hamilton is the one who's carrying... Well, you have a cart, so that will probably be what Hyarkin's body is in.
Dragging him.
Yeah, let's just do
Hide
that.
in place.
Yeah.
Wait, we have a cart, but the only tracks they saw were my footprints.
I didn't really think about that. Sure. You saw the... You were walking next to the cart. You're really heavy.
Sure.
We were trapped
Especially in comparisons to the cart.
Yeah,
It was an illusion, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
question it.
it's fine. It's
Don't
magical
question
getting lost.
Yeah. I mean, Hamilton's footprints were there for comedy value.
Yeah.
Isn't
So,
that why I'm there in general?
yeah, and for combat.
Combat and combat.
So you guys would, as you get closer to the source of this glow, the heat would intensify and intensify and intensify to the point where it becomes incredibly uncomfortable. Where if you were to stay here for any length of time, you would probably start taking exhaustion from the sheer heat. It's like being in a volcano. Which makes sense, given that you're walking towards what appears to be a standing pool of lava
Whoa.
in a clearing in the middle of a burned forest.
And nobody gave us a warning.
And there is a small bridge of land that leads into the middle of this small lava lake, for want of a better word, which leads to a small island upon which is the burnt husk of an enormous tree.
Oh. So I'm guessing he is inside, Illitran is inside the tree rather than outside around it.
I mean, that looks like what you would assume to maybe be the home of an archfey. You probably don't know a massive amount about them.
No. Okay. I look at everyone else. Well, where we got it? This looks like it's gonna be rather dangerous. So let's mosey on in.
I'm going to knock on the door.
There is no door.
Damn
But
it.
yeah, you walk along the precarious land bridge, surrounded on both sides by lava. And I'm not going to have you make any checks for it, but yeah, the heat is horribly palpable. Like, it burns to breathe a little bit as you come towards the tree. As you come towards the tree, a giant hole emerges in the front of this charred stump. And this tree is maybe 40 feet in diameter. It's enormous. It's like an arch tree sort of thing. And this large hole, portal, opens in the front of it. and you see what appears to be 2 walking trees stand at either side of it.
Are
But
they?
again, they are burnt husks of trees with like glowing ember-like lines all over the bark.
Are they like the talking trees from Lord of the Rings? I can't remember.
Yes, they are Ents.
Ents.
They are legitimately Ents. So,
Still, never seen Lord of the Rings.
but yeah, they're tree-beard.
I'm like, are they kind of like stood in a way that they're trying to prevent us from entering, or
They are
like,
stood in
just-
a way that they would be blocking the entrance. However, the entrance has just opened up. They
Okay.
haven't said anything to you, and they haven't like raised any arms to attack you.
How far away are we from them?
How far away do you want to be from them?
Well, have they noticed us?
They would have noticed you because the portal opens up like as you approach.
Okay.
I don't mean portal as in a portal to another plane. I mean portal as in a big hole in the side of the tree.
Yeah.
I guess. How big are we talking here in terms of like how they could lunge? Is it like 10 feet normally, or would it be?
Yeah, they would have reach, so like they'd be able to hit you from 10 feet away, sort of thing.
I guess maybe like
They're as tall as trees. They're huge.
probably 50 feet away then maybe.
Okay, sure.
And I basically, just say, like call to say, that we wish an audience with Illitran. We have heard that he might be able to help us.
Okay. Are you just saying this in common?
Yeah, being that. What else? What do I know? 1 second. I'm gonna say it in Elven because I don't know what kind of languages they know. So I guess maybe Elven is the higher chance of them understanding it.
Okay. You hear a response from them that you don't understand, but it just sounds like whale noises that they're making, essentially. Does anyone speak Sylvan? Yeah, very much that.
It's a shame I'm not a couple more levels higher. Then I definitely understand what they're saying.
But yeah, does
Sylvan.
anyone speak Sylvan as a language?
Nope.
No.
Pretty certain none of us do.
Okay. That's all they do. They stay where they are and make whale noises at you.
Can I draw a heart? Question mark.
I stand there with like arms open, like in a way that presents that I am not looking to like I'm not reaching for a weapon, so like they're ahead of me in a sense, and say we come in peace. We do not wish to attack, but we cannot understand you.
They don't seem to respond.
I have a question. My message spell, do I have to know the language? Like, does the language matter?
So yes.
Just reading.
I believe it's like you speak a message and they hear what you say, so language will matter.
It doesn't say. It says you whisper.
I think you can link the spell in Roll20. Like if you click cast the spell, it'll say. I think.
There you go. Oh.
Ah, no, it doesn't. Okay, we haven't got it.
I'll
open
paste
up
it
the
in.
character sheet.
It's there.
Cool. Whisper message. Target only hears the message and can reply in a whisper. So yeah, they would just hear whatever you whisper. So language would be a thing.
Damn. Okay. Worth a shot.
If you were a warlock of the Great Old One, there's a telepathy that transcends languages. That's about the only one I know.
So they still haven't said anything. Are they still like posed in a way that is like they're blocking the place?
They haven't moved. They're not like stood in a way that they're going to attack you, but they are blocking the entrance. They're stood in the way of the entrance.
In that sense, I cautiously begin to move closer and will react like I will if they look to change their stance in any way, I will back off because obviously I don't really want to get hit by one of these buggers.
I just want to make a roll. Sure. Hey, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oof, that one's not good. 9.
You shrink to be the size of a halfling.
It's like-
You hear the sound of someone on your shoulder chuckling, which deeper and more masculine than the little pixie. I like the sound of like a normal-sized person laughing as opposed to chipmunk sound.
I'm like, as that happens, I'm like, I'm guessing you might be Illitran.
You know, if I'd known I was going to have such important guests, I would have prepared tea. You really should have sent a message.
I sent a message
My
saying,
friend
"Hey,
tried to.
With that,
Yeah.
the 2 Ents will return to the wood and leave the entrance unguarded.
While I'm also the size of a halfling, I'm like, I haven't been this small since I was like 2.
You got like really long sleeves.
Like it's like I'm kind of like I look over to everyone. It's like, guys, give us a hand here. I don't know how long does this last again.
Well, it lasted a minute for Ott.
can I put them on my shoulders? Here on my shoulders."
You are the same size
Yeah.
currently.
So we'll look like a normal person.
Yeah.
Should we wear a long coat?
Wear a long coat.
I kind of like I'm over. It's like I look over to. I'm like, man, it must suck being this small all the time.
I know, you have to watch out for people's knees.
I mean,
Yeah, you're about what, 3 feet tall now, maybe 3.5 feet.
Something like
It's
that.
like half my height.
Yeah. Yeah, you went down one size category. If you were already small, you turned to be tiny, which is fairy sized. So,
So yeah, I kind of like start to walk, like grabbing hold of my clothing to stop it from like falling off me.
so as you guys enter the entrance to the tree, Yolia will stumble forwards a couple of paces as suddenly her size shifts back to normal. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. 24.
You're fine. You don't fall over, but you do stumble for a moment.
I kind of like look as if I'm about to fall off flat on my face, and I go into a roll. A forward roll. I'm like, haha.
You hear brief applause.
I don't know. I'm a bit perplexed, and I kind of like bow as if like, thank you. It's like a performance.
You
It's like
hear,
I'm like, for some reason, I kind of like this guy.
you all hear the voice of Illitran say, "The dining room is just up ahead. I'm just preparing right now."
I brought wine.
Wonderful. I like you already. As just like a minute down this long passageway, which is far too long for the tree that you have walked into, by the way. This is a long corridor. But eventually you come to a square dining room with a long oak table lit by open flames surrounding the walls. And you see what appears to be an obsidian man with charred red lines all over him, glowing like embers. He looks up at you with burning coals for eyes and says, "Welcome to my humble abode. I only have enough tea for one, unfortunately, so he takes a sip from a single teacup. And he motions towards seats on this long rectangular table for you all. Including
made
there
out of
is
wood?
yes, it is.
Oh,
In fact,
that's
it's
just
made out of
fucking...
charred wood.
Oh, gee. Oh.
Does it crumble beneath us?
And there's little placemats with little plaques with each of your names written on them, including one for Hyakin.
Oh, oof.
Wait, I look to see the name. See Harkins. I'm like,
How
So
do we tell him?
You couldn't.
I just look back.
This bridge, so I'm assuming someone is carrying Hyarkin right now.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. Say Hamilton's doing it.
Okay.
He's the big guy. You'll
Does
do it.
Hamilton take Hyarkin's seat?
He looks at Hamilton and gestures towards Hyarkin's seat. There is also a seat for Hamilton.
Oh.
In that case, I'll take my own seat.
Okay. Where do you put Hyarkin?
His box?
On the table.
On the seat, in the seat where Hyarkin's meant to be, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Before I go to sit down, though,
yeah. Do you weekend at Bernie's Hyarkin? That's what I'm asking you. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, do it.
Okay, you put him in the seat and sunglasses appear on his face.
It's so dark.
There's the sound of a party horn.
Before I begin to sit down, am I able to look over the seat? Because obviously it's, he's crafted it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm knowing he's a bit of what Fae are from being informed.
Sure. Make a insight check.
21.
This seat will definitely crumble to ash as soon as you sit in it. 100%.
Okay, I'm like,
expectantly.
I'm kind of like, so it's not gonna be like, I sit down and then 2 minutes later he's going to bind us to the chair kind of thing, because I don't know.
You don't think so. This looks more like a prank than a trap.
Okay, can I go into a position where I kind of go, as I sit down knowing just put enough weight where the seat will fall, but I stay in position, still sat.
Okay, make an athletics check. Because you're going to try and air sit, essentially.
20.
Sure. The chair falls away. Yolia does not budge. She is just sat in an invisible seat. And he claps for you. It's like, very well done. And then he snaps his fingers and a real chair forms.
Is this how my previous character used to sit on an invisible chair for everyone else with a candle?
No, that was a specific thing to speak to your patron.
But I mean, is it the same way as you see Yolia just kind of floating?
If I remember, no one saw you floating. Time froze, and they saw you fall down every time you went to sit in a chair that didn't exist. The chair vanished from under you after the conversation every time, I think. But this is just him goofing around. But all of the rest of the chairs are fine. As you all take a seat, and he takes another sip from his cup of tea and says, "So, how can I help you today? What do I owe the pleasure of fate touched in my humble abode?"
I'm guessing we all kind of look over towards the currently deceased Hyarkin.
Oh, yeah, nasty bit of business that, isn't it?
Can I put a baseball cap on Hyarkin? Just to hide his head.
You look at him and think about a baseball cap, and an illusionary baseball cap appears on his head.
What?
You're just enthralled by this,
And then dunce cap on.
I'll make a wisdom saving throw.
5.
A dunce cap magically adheres to your head and cannot be removed for 1 hour.
Hang on. Do I have a cloth I can put over the top? No, that's a terrible idea. I realised, as I was saying it, I realised how much of a terrible idea that was. I meant just to cover it. Just to cover the dunce cap, nothing else. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
And that's why you wear the dunce cap.
Oh, cancelled. I honestly was thinking like a napkin, like a handkerchief just to cover it,
Yeah,
not
It's not
a
helping.
pink
you're not
napkin.
helping.
Oh,
Rob currently right now is digging a very, very big hole.
Rob, mate.
that's how it
What's going
goes.
on?
Oh.
Right. So while the silliness is occurring, I'm like, yeah, we've heard you might be able to help our current predicament with our friend.
For like the briefest moment, he actually gets serious. It's like, I mean, I'm able to, yes. Will I? Why should I?
Because you're funny.
I am, thank you.
We like you.
That's very nice to hear.
Because by helping us, you will be then in part helping the world return to its former self.
And think of Hamilton. Hyakin was its favorite.
I do really love that musical. I will say make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Me, is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get ready for this to fail, because I tell you now, I have bad persuasion.
Yep. As he says, I'm really not too worried about Horizon, to be honest. It's a temporary abode for me. Just while I get things sorted out back home.
Have another drink, and I'm gonna pour him another one. But it's gonna be in a big bottle. It's gonna be in a big glass.
Okay. So,
could I get this guy drunk?
you have no idea about the biology of Archfey, but he will very gladly take the drink from you.
We like to drink with friends, because a friend.
He holds out his hand to shake yours.
I will shake his hand.
Do it.
Cool. He downs the glass of wine, and in your hands a gold piece appears.
Hell yeah! Right, I'm done here.
Wait. Insight check. Is it a real gold piece?
I don't want to question it. That was a nice thing. Right, I'm taking that money.
Hey, Logan, just outside in Meta in here, was that an actual gold piece?
You do not know.
God damn it, Logan. I'll ask you later.
You'll have to make a roll.
I'll
Was
ask you
it
later.
chocolate? Chocolate coin.
Oh, still, either way.
The coins are still worth something.
So anyway, he's kind of like, it's like, but yeah, no, I don't really know what to say next. But okay, surely you have some connections to this world.
He stops and he thinks. He's like, this one time I met a girl in. No, she's dead now. Not many. Not that I can think of, really. You're welcome to make an insight check.
Okay, yeah, I definitely will for that. 21.
Okay. He is at least partially playing with you. He is his demeanor has definitely become more businesslike, and at this point he considers himself to be in negotiation mode. But he's just sort of trying to make life difficult for you.
Okay, so in a more, obviously being more like, essentially beginning with more a kind of persuasive way in a more serious tone, I'm like, I look him directly and say, what would it take for you to help us?
He grins at that. He's like, well, that is a much better question. I tell you, I can be bought, it's true. I'm more concerned about what might be mutually beneficial for us. No? you want me to use some of my significant magical power. And his voice echoes around the room when he says significant. You hear it like 6 times. And
should we maybe try and make him feel really good about his ability to try and talk him into it?
Have another drink. And pour him another really big one.
Yeah, keep bigging him up until he wants to do it for us.
He drinks it all in 1 gulp, and you feel your purse become 1 gold coin heavier.
Have I told you that this thing's unlimited?
It's not unlimited, but it's essentially unlimited.
How many uses does it have, like, before it runs out?
A shitload. It's wine. It can... What does it actually say? 1 gallon of wine.
Can I refill it?
Every day.
Hell yes. Does it come back automatically?
I'm guessing it automatically
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
So
I'm going to go find... Is there a barrel in here?
No, but he could manifest a barrel if you asked him to.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him
no furniture apart from the table.
I'm going to ask him to do it.
Okay. He snaps his fingers, and a wooden barrel appears.
I'm going to pour the whole thing into the barrel.
Okay. You pour 1 gallon of wine into the barrel. Or just shy of a gallon of wine.
I'm going to kind of like try and pick it up and edge it towards him.
He looks at it. It's like, are you challenging me?
Yeah.
Yes.
He tilts his head and like shrugs a little bit. Yeah, okay. He picks up the barrel with 1 hand, tilts it to his mouth, and spends like a full 20 seconds, no breathing, just downing this barrel of wine. And then he stops. And he leans on the barrel for a moment. And he lets out a long belch of fire. And then he presents and bows to you all.
We all have to clap.
I applaud that.
And you hear the clattering of change in the barrel.
Hell yeah. I'm just going to, like a street urchin, I'm just going to start like, going in there and picking up all the coins.
There is another 10 gold in the barrel.
Hell yes. Right. Has that had any effect on him?
You make an insight check.
Oh, not good.
I mean, he seems like kind of an enigmatic person at the just in general. He also seems like he's always kind of jolly.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really tell whether this has had any effect on him or not. He definitely seems to have had a good time.
Okay, that's good. That's good enough. We've got to sugar him up.
And,
the one thing can I kind of derail this quickly? Just to kind of make talk with this man, because we need to butter him up. We can't just go straight in. I'm going to shove my rock on the table.
Okay.
I'm going to say, tell me about this. I'm going to ask him about this rock.
The smile disappears from his face and he says, I'm not sure I appreciate you bringing that into my house.
And I'm going to say, I don't know what it is. I could really use some help right now figuring out what it is.
That's more things we're asking him to do, you dum-dum.
Yeah, I've just given him a gallon of wine. I think it's fair.
He paid you for that wine. He never does anything. He never takes anything for free, and he never does anything for free.
I'll give you 10 gold.
He shrugs. He walks over to the rock, which is sitting on the table.
And in Roland's hand?
No, he placed it on the table, and it didn't go back into his hand. And he reaches over and sort of gingerly touches it and pulls his finger back. And gingerly touches it and leaves his finger on it for a second. And his previously red glowing eyes, like coal-like eyes, burn blue for a moment as he identifies it and says, "This is a rock, a pretty normal rock, which has been cursed by an aboleth. A pretty powerful aboleth as well. Through it, this Aboleth can see and hear everything that you can see and hear,
Show him your
including
willy.
this conversation.
Show him your willy.
I'd
I'd
Thank
be
you very
more
much.
concerned about what the Aboleth would do with the information on what a group of Fate Touched are doing at all times.
Thank you very much. You've helped me enormously, good friend. What should I do with this weird pebble?
Get rid of it.
Would you know how to?
He stops and thinks, I could get rid of it, but it would be expensive.
I'm intrigued. What would you be interested in me returning to you?
Well, there is one thing. How do you feel about Dragon's Rest?
I've heard of it.
As that perks up, I was saying we're not going to Dragon's Rest.
Oh, that is disappointing.
What about Hyakin?
This isn't for Hyakin.
Oh, we could deal with Hyakin. I have an idea of what you could do for me about your dear friend. However, I was hoping you could retrieve an item from me that is in one of the dragon's hordes in Dragon's Rest.
What would this item
It's
be?
not something that was stolen from me or anything. It is something that does fairly belong to that particular dragon, but I do want it. It is an ancient Fey core. It's
Faker.
It's Fey core, as in it is a core which originates from the Feywilds. I don't think any of you guys, none of you being Hyakin, would know anything about this, so he will continue and explain at least the vague details of it. It says, a long time ago, when my circle was a little bit more tolerated in the Feywild, we used these cores as a component in some of our rituals. Unfortunately, when we were unjustly banished, we lost all of them, and we have been dwelling here in this homely grove ever since. If you could find one such core in one such dragon's horde, I would be very happy to destroy that rock on your behalf.
Would this have anything to do with our general quest to help our friend Hyakin?
No, that's a separate bargain.
He's telling us to go on a fucking suicide mission to get rid of that rock. Fuck that.
Could we do it after saving Hyakin?
I was gonna say Hyakin comes first. Well, I may have to take you up on your offer, good sir, but thank you for your kind help. I'll go to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand and he says, well, in the interest of honesty, I'm not the only person that could do that. Any creature of similar power to myself or that Aboleth could potentially destroy that item.
Now, how would you like us to solve the problem of Hyakin?
Yes, you see, how long has he been dead for?
I sniff and I smell how rancid he is.
So
he actually smells fresh because of gentle repose.
So it's been 6 days, plus how many days did it take us from get to Phalanx?
I believe it was another 6 days for that.
So it's been 12 days already then.
Okay.
Well, 13. Would we say 13?
No, we'll say 12. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I say it's been.
Well, under ordinary circumstances, more than 10 days does pose a quite serious problem, but it would seem you've had some work done on the body to alleviate those issues.
Could we ask him if the spirit of Phalanx is with us? Not like in a
clairvoyant
a
style, but
sense,
it's like
sort of sense.
Let's have a seance. Let's have a seance. I call upon you, Phalanx.
You can ask him. Do you ask him?
Yeah.
He says, "What will be you be willing to give in exchange for that information?"
What's in Hayarkin's wallet?
That's stealing. I'm disappointed in you, sir.
You could give him the Hayarkin trading.
Yeah, I got
True.
And then I'll try and snatch it.
Trading card.
some trading cards.
Do you show him the trading card?
I think that'd be worthless to him anyway.
You never know. You might like the artwork.
It's true.
How dare you say it's worthless? I put so much effort into that.
I love the artwork, Sarah. It's excellent.
Oh, is that?
Wait, did Sarah draw it?
Look.
That's great.
You need his horns to come through the hat, though. That's the only issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I imagine that his whole scalp has been chopped off like a cup.
Yeah.
Well, he has no brain.
Yeah.
Does have no brain.
Can we kind of get an eye falling, like a little eye falling out the bottom?
It's so fresh.
No, why don't you guys just commission her already?
God damn it.
Do I need to point out I have? Thank you.
Yeah.
We should commission her once per game to do the thumbnails.
Once per session, yeah, my god.
Like pick your favorite scene.
Yeah, favourite scene from the episode.
Money.
So, yeah, what would you be willing to give in exchange for that information? Do you show him the cards?
Do it.
Sod it, why not?
Okay. Well, I guess there's your confirmation that he does have the cards.
God damn it! Slam the table.
Hey!
However, with that reaction, his eyes light up. And he thinks,
Oh,
I do it
really
for
knows
the
the words.
cards.
Will this do?
I actually stand
You
up
give
at this
the-
point, and the bench
you
that
give
I was
him the
sat on
cards?
gets flying.
Will he do it for one?
Nope, he'll do it for both.
For both. Since we're going there, would you? Is he able to? Well, I asked him. Are you able to speak with Hayarkin?
He could make the spirit of Hayarkin manifest, so he could speak with him.
Okay. I know I said I'm not going to
For
turn
1
this
minute.
into a seance, but
You could do a full-on seance.
Matt.
No.
Yeah, we all saw that message.
Yeah.
what?
It involved.
Just for the thumbnail, man. It's just for the thumbnail.
For the thumbnail, of course, yeah.
Thumbnail, you know.
Oh my god.
Sketches at the moment. You're a dunce.
Oh no. See, the problem is, you make
Close
these,
enough.
but I have to show them on stream, otherwise it's gone to waste,
Oh.
which
And
is
they won't know what
terrible.
we're
So
on
I have to show this, unfortunately.
I see a tail in the background of Sarah's webcam.
Ah. It's a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Photo.
little tail, yeah.
Are you gonna give him
Oh
the
yeah,
cards?
I can see it wagging.
Right. Do we want to know whether or not? What did I even ask for at this point?
As the
We
bargain
wanted
that he is offering you, and he will be very specific about this bargain, is in exchange for those cards, he will manifest the spirit of Hayarkin for 1 minute, so that you may speak with him.
Right, guys. Do we want this?
Yes, do it. Those,
Question.
why wouldn't you? That's like the best tradable goddamn time. Those
Yeah.
goddamn stupid ass cards you got.
Well, we've got to ask
Speaking with
Hamilton.
Hayarkin. Do it.
I've got to ask Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Are you saying that out loud as young stupid?
I actually am.
I get even more annoyed and just.
I say to
like
Hamilton,
rage
Hamilton, but
emanating
you're.
from him.
I say to Hamilton, but Hamilton, you're doing a massive favour for Hayarkin, and I know how much you love Hayarkin. He's your favourite one of us.
Look, I've got his card right here.
I come round and put my hands on your shoulder.
Can we call
Just
it
clench.
the next episode "Never Meet Your Heroes"?
Make a strength check, please, Nick.
Okay, am I actually doing this?
Hamilton should know by now. Yo is not the one he wants to really meet.
Oh, poor Hamilton.
That's just got to be the name of this entire fucking arc. Never Meet Your Heroes. I think that's the fairest way.
Should rename this episode.
Yeah.
9. Okay. So yeah, he squeezes your shoulder. It doesn't hurt much.
And I'm like,
Oh,
okay, for Hayarkin, you can give them, but I'm really like clenching him,
just really like visibly angry.
like
about
shaking him almost.
it. Okay. So Ilitran will take the cards, and he looks at at Hamilton, and he
Just
gets an
crying.
evil grin as they burst into flames in his
Oh,
hand. So
I just
he-
shout out, "Why did I agree to take you guys?"
Hey buddy, have a cup of mayonnaise, and I'm just gonna pour some mayonnaise over to him.
Out
You
your
can't.
special cup.
You've used
Yeah.
all of the liquid in the jug.
Oh, is
for
it
that.
liquid in general? Oh god damn
Can
it!
you just pass it me anyway, and then I'll try and drink him.
Puts his head in a
Yeah.
jug.
I'll just cry into it.
So the so then Ilitran spreads his arms and says, "O departed spirit of Hayarkin, make your presence known." As Hayarkin, your spirit becomes visible to everyone. There is a blue spectral Hayarkin stood in the room with you,
Is Hayarkin clothed?
probably behind his.
I was going to say, am I wearing clothes?
Yes.
Thank God.
Is his head
In
like?
fact, he's
fitted off?
wearing the sunglasses and the baseball cap
And that's it.
Oh wow.
Is that it?
on top of his normal clothes.
I'm normal.
Oh,
clothes.
I was just gonna say, Yolga's eyes begin to light up slightly from that fact. Otherwise,
That's
And
necrophilia. But yeah, Hayarkin is there. Hayarkin, do you say anything?
Can they? Do I actually know they can all see me now
Yes.
as a spirit in my eyes?
I mean, like, you've been present for this. You've known what's going on.
Can we get a Hayarkin Hamilton conversation, please, to really show the role playing?
Can-
ability?
yeah,
True,
can
Hamilton,
Hamilton-
that's your hero.
Hamilton can see me as well. Well, I can't do two characters.
so my first question is, so what's it like being dead?
Not much different, really, apart from the fact that I'm floating around and no one can hear me.
Jesus
Should
Christ.
we all pretend that we don't hear him now?
It's like, I just see him like moving his mouth, and I'm like, what's he? Is he saying anything?
To be honest, by this point, I think I'm just frustrated with everyone for dragging this out as long as they. It's like,
Yeah,
come
you
on,
really
you've brought me
can't
here
switch
to
off
bring me
while
back
I
to
was
life,
dead.
and you've been talking to him about some damn rock. No one cares about your rock.
Hey, what was it
Hey,
like having
I
your brain
care
eaten out?
I care about you, Yarkin, as you are well aware.
What was it
Oh,
like
you
being
do,
such a
thank you.
dumbass that you let a fucking get your brain eaten?
Oh man, that did not. To be honest, I didn't feel a thing. I was already dead by that point. Although it was very strange seeing my body without a brain.
Loser.
Brain gone.
Slumped back
You
in my
haven't
chair after you
signed
talked about the
Loser.
rock.
For one more question.
Anyone want to ask me anything?
And with
Why
the
did
end
we
of that
summon him?
question, Hayarkin's
Come on.
goat spectral form vanishes.
Seriously?
Right.
You guys completely wasted your chance there. You could have found out what happens when you die. Do you know anything about the afterlife?
I
No.
did ask you a question. It's like, what's it like being, dead?
Being dead.
And you did answer with, it's not much different other than the fact that you float about all
I
day.
mean, from my point of view, I still feel the same.
Remember,
You feel
hey,
lighter.
Which I asked him what the
lighter.
weather's like.
do we want him back?
Wow.
He can hear
Wow,
us.
we spoke to him again now. I guess we're good.
Anyway, let us continue.
So since we know that Hayakin actually is there and can hear us, is just like kind of following us around. Does that open the opportunity for like more random encounters with him?
I mean, Hayakin has always been able to do whatever he wants. It's just he can't really affect much.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that
Could
the
he-
deaf guy let him speak. I thought he's not allowed to interfere with life.
No. Archfey are very powerful.
Oh.
Could he
There's
interact with a
only a few
mage
of them.
hand?
Nope.
Okay. Because I know they're pretty spectral.
It's a different kind of thing.
Yeah. With a shot. I'm pretty sure I already asked about the message thing. Yeah. Alright.
So, anyway, let's go back to the railroads and ask the question of what can we do to get Hayakin back?
We should have to come back.
He says to you, well, the question is, what do you need to do in order to bring someone back? And to do that requires a very powerful ritual. And that very powerful ritual requires fuel of a sort. I want you to find me a fuel source that won't burn out.
Oh, like a battery from the Guardians.
Something
Like
a
lava.
little more elemental than that.
Not lava?
And he says, I don't know if you noticed the surroundings, but we're quite prone to portals to the elemental plane of fire at the moment. I can drop you off there near to the palace of an individual that I want you to capture. You bring them here, and then I will keep them, and I will use them in your ritual, and you will be able to attempt to resurrect your friend.
Are we making someone a slave here?
Oh yes, he's not a nice person though, don't worry.
What's the name of this person?
This person is an Afriti called Darja.
I thought you were gonna do like revive Adolf Hitler and make him canon in this
Goodness.
universe, but I see someone
Yeah.
lacks creativity.
We've already
I
been
do,
edgy
yeah.
once this campaign. We can't do it twice.
No, this
What's-
is an
An
Afriti
Afriti.
called Darja. He would
Aphrodite.
explain that Afriti are a type of fire genie.
What did he do to you?
Oh, he did nothing to me.
Huh?
We'd never met. But
What did he do to other people then?
Oh, slavery, murder,
I was going to say
torture.
it's a djinn, so there's a
They're
high
not
chance he's
known
not.
for their kind natures.
Yep.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
Oh,
What I'm essentially saying is you needn't feel bad about your actions.
I mean,
Where is he then?
We're not the pillaged type, are we?
Are you?
I don't think we've ever just like gone murdering and capturing for the sake of murdering and capturing.
kidnap.
I don't think you have either.
Yeah, we haven't devolved the murder hobering yet.
No.
Not yet.
Is that a
I mean,
thing?
I was
Murder
yeah,
hobos
Murder
are
hobo.
a thing, very much so.
Play style.
yeah. I was pretty sure that I was going to start off being a murder hobo when we started campaign one. Yeah.
I feel like murder hobo kind of means you just can't do any plot.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that
why
person dies.
DMs don't really like murder hobos.
Yeah, it's just the plot is the law is now chasing you because you are just going around killing people.
What if it was just one character?
Here is
that was
this
doing
important NPC.
Dead.
The entire PCs. Kill him.
Shank,
literally-
shank, 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 shank.
that?
It's
It's like a
literally
prison.
how murder hobos. It's literally how murder hobos work, and I don't even like them. I think they're just like they ruin a lot of the more
Yeah.
interesting aspects you can have of D&D.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I think given that it's just gone 10 o'clock, we will probably end negotiations there. You guys know what it is you need to do, and I can give you some details out of character, which will be that Illatran will give you a lamp, and when you reduce this Efreet to 0 hit points while you have the lamp within 30 feet of him, he will be sucked into the lamp and bound there, and then you can return it to Illatran. He will drop you off a short distance away from the Efreet's lair. However, you likely will be expected, as the creatures that killed you will likely want you to stay dead.
What?
So they will have attempted to do something to make it more difficult to revive Hyarkin.
Oh.
Oh, what, the enemies that we've already killed?
The faction that killed Hyarkin will know that you will be trying to bring him back,
Oh,
and will be doing what they can to stop that from happening.
how about no?
Would they know that we might be on our way to the Charred
not-
Grove?
This is probably the only person in the local area who could bring someone back to life.
And they'd probably know that.
And would they know that we need to get this genie guy?
They would know. Well, Zernas would know what Illatran wants.
Ah.
And I think Illatran can tell you that.
Keep safe, my dude.
So yeah, it would be more of a, would you even be safe from the cult?
I think, like, for the sake of like roleplay ending here, he's not concerned about his own safety. He's pretty goddamn powerful and very hard. Like, you guys met him because he wanted you to meet him. People don't get into the Charred Grove without an appointment.
Yeah. How do you get an appointment? Do you phone? Does he phone you?
He knows you're coming.
Oh, okay.
This is an archfey. He's essentially a demigod.
Okay.
Cat.
Admittedly, he's exiled and
Yes,
he's
indeed.
lesser than most archfey you would ever meet, but like he's not an easy thing to deal with, and fey especially are tricksy.
Okay.
Like, it would just be so costly to try and fight him that it's just not worth it. Like the Court of Zernas to do. But
Well, that
good
was
game,
very
everyone.
fun. Thank you,
I had fun.
everyone.
I enjoyed pranking you guys.
Attempting to prank.
I mean, you got a shrank. Prank.
Yeah, you shrunk you did shrink us in the end. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That was Nick gets shat on the episode.
I know. Nick, I'm so sorry for you like not being able to RP this entire game. Forget the cards. I don't care for the cards.
Well, they're gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were burned in front of you just
Worth
to
it.
see your reaction.
worth it.